You're about to watch another episode of The Dungeon Run, but did you know that you can actually be part of the adventure? When you tune in live on Wednesday nights at 6 p.m. Pacific time, you can make your voice heard and help determine the fate of our adventurers. We hope to see you there.
And welcome to the Dungeon Run, a live tabletop role-playing game where your interactions help tell the tale. I am Lord Ereban, Keeper of Secrets, and your host for tonight's campaign. Together, we stand witness as our intrepid adventurers face terrible danger and most certain doom in their quest for glory, valor, and most importantly, treasure. Throughout our time together, you will be called upon to help guide decisions made within the game. In addition to our live chat interactions, those of you that are brave enough can purchase one of 4 unique digital items. You could bestow upon the adventuring party the gift of advantage, the ability to roll 2 20-sided dice at once, or perhaps you'll want to be the wind at our adventurers' backs and allow them to draw from the Force of Good deck. And to add an additional challenge to the adventure, you could purchase a Force of Evil card. Yes, but that is not all. Please remember, it's on you. It's on you. Let me explain. You can purchase an IOU, and each time you do, it will light a Force of Good candle. And when the goal is reached, a Force of Good card will be awarded to a random member of the team. If at the end of tonight's adventure there are candles still lit, they will carry over to the next show. Also, you have the power to submit your idea for a Force of Good or Force of Evil card, and we might use it on the show. Yes. So head over to thedungeonrun.fandom.com to submit. You can upload your fan art there as well. And to those who have already submitted, I see you, and I thank you. Now, let's meet our brave souls, the cast of characters. Please welcome Katie Michaels as Lily Dumblestock. Yes. Ronald Ogden as Uggo. It's always frightening. Morgan Peter Brown as James Quillers.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Jessica Lynn Parsons as Fahima Tig. Me! Oh, wonderful. Jared K. Jack as Civ Red Thistle.
You've been drinking, haven't you, Lord Ereban?
Possibly, yes. Oh, goodness. And our dungeon master, Mr. Jeff Kanata.
How you doing, Lord Ereban?
I'm good, Jeff.
Glad to hear it.
Yes. As their journey continues, I, Lord Ereban, will be joining you in your social conversations around the game. So keep an eye out for my avatar and comments. And before we begin, I have a favor to ask of you. It would give me great pleasure if you would share the show. Just click below and let all of your admirers know that you are watching The Dungeon Run. Now, keep the comments coming. Be ever vigilant. And as I always say, let the dice roll.
All right. You guys ready to play?
Yeah.
Let's do it. All right. Let's catch everybody up, shall we?
Yes.
As you know, it started as a simple dungeon run. where our players found the Secret Keeper's amulet, a powerful artifact of chaos magic that grants them the power to communicate with you, and you the power to affect their world with forces of good and forces of evil. The discovery of this artifact has propelled our team into a grand adventure. They made contact with the Natural Order, an association of wizards who have been investigating the disappearance of the Wardens, Ain's 100-foot-tall ancient protectors. Our team found and freed one of these Wardens, and in so doing, were transported into its mind to witness a secret memory, revealing lost events from Ain's history. They set out to find and rescue more of these Wardens, but first made a stop in the bustling city of Terlis to meet a wizard of the Natural Order known as the Scholar. They found him in his office inside Nightstone Abbey, a university and library, which also happens to be the former home of James Quillis. The Scholar told them a moratorium on magic was in place in Terlis, following thefts and a murder that all seemed to be tied to magic. To learn more about the team's experience with the Wardens, the Scholar took them to a restricted room in Nightstone Library to consult one of the few books of history that remain from before Ain's cataclysmic War of Ideas hundreds of years ago. But as he removed the ancient tome from safekeeping, a coordinated team of thieves broke into the library, paralyzing the Scholar with blow darts, and stole it. Our team dispatched several of the thieves, but failed to stop them from escaping when Civ inexplicably dropped his rapier as they fled with the book. Admonished by one of Nightstone's administrators, Audric Lucerne, the team decided to leave the Abbey and find respite in the city proper. They ventured into Rosy Cheeks pub and tavern hall, where Lily managed to win a spirited drinking contest, and then decided to spend their winnings at Yarley Market, Terlis's lively outdoor bazaar. While there, they picked up a couple of strange bits of information. An awkward exchange with a nervous leatherworker revealed that some goblins may have taken up residence in the southeastern part of the city and may be in possession of an item useful to the team. And a shifty blacksmith suggested that they may be able to acquire magical weapons in the shantytown outside the city gates to the north, beyond the reach of the moratorium on magic. But as they left Yarley Market, the team came face to face once again with Audric Lucerne, working in concert with the city guards, who threatened to confiscate Fahima's magical baby phoenix, Meep. In defiance, Fahima told Meep to fly away, angering Lucerne, who promised he would not forget the team's insolence. Ooh. As we ended last week, the team paid for lodging at the Old Lantern, an upscale inn and dining establishment in the eastern part of the city. And despite a lot of things to talk about, they all bedded down.
No matter how badly we wanted to talk
How bad they all wanted to talk. They all went to sleep with lots on their minds. And we rejoin our team the next morning as they sort of one by one arrive on the bottom floor of the Old Lantern, where there are dining tables. It is empty. They have the place to themselves, at least at this hour, and it's a beautiful inn. It is. There's a giant chandelier in the dining hall. They sit in wooden chairs that are carved in an ornate fashion, solid oak chairs. There's a very thick maroon rug under their feet, and they all, well, not all, because I didn't print all of them. I think I printed 3. They'll have menus. If you guys want to order anything.
Wait, does Uggo know how to read?
No, I have Lily.
Wow.
There's a waitress, tall, dark-skinned elven woman with short, curly black hair, who is happy to take your order should you need it. She walks over and says, "Welcome to breakfast. I'm Opal, here to serve you as you need."
Thank you, Opal.
You have menu in orc?
It's all right, Uggo.
I'm sorry. Oh, we got a force of good already for Fahima.
Wow.
Wow.
This is from Mikey Wolf 19.
Mikey
Thanks,
Wolf.
Mikey.
19.
It's a good title on one. Go ahead.
Should I read it?
I don't know what it is, but yes.
I don't. Okay. It's called Weird Beard. Roll 1d4. You grow a beard that lasts 10 minutes made of material determined by your roll. Feathers, ice, light, or noodles.
All right, roll your d4
I
and
hope
find
it's
out.
noodles, because then we wouldn't have to pay for food, right?
Wow.
Oh my god. Breakfast is starting off with a bang.
Pretty weird. That's a 4.
Noodles!
Noodles? So as you sit down to eat, there's a strange stirring inside you. The amulet flashes and blinks twice, and all of a sudden you feel something sprout on your face. It's soft and a little wet, and there are many little tendrils of noodles that kind of weave their way down over the front of you. It's a pretty long, thick noodle beard. And Opal says, "No outside food or drink, I'm sorry."
Opal, perhaps we could work out a corkage fee of some sort.
All right.
Are you all right?
Why is there noodles growing out of my
I
face?
have no idea.
It sounds a little bit like.
Why are there noodles going out of my face?
Help me!
Okay, all right. If I pull on them, does it hurt her?
Yes, they are part of her body. They're growing out of your face.
Wait, hold on a moment. I'm going to take out a small knife, and I'm just going to start trimming away.
Yeah, just like.
And as you do, the noodles kind of fall in front of you, and more grow out from where they were.
It's like a weird pasta-themed version of the Santa Claus.
Fahima, I have to say, it suits you. What? You look good. If anyone can rock a noodle beard, it's you.
I don't know. I think if this came from the amulet, hopefully it won't last too long.
Does this count as magic, do you think?
I don't know. I was actually thinking the same thing. We should probably. Well, it's a good thing there's no one else here.
I mean, Opal saw it. She didn't seem too alarmed.
No, she actually took it quite in stride.
She's used to saying
Yes.
this.
Perhaps the gods are telling us to eat on the cheap.
If anything else happens, if anyone walks in, I suppose I can just bury my chin in a bowl or something.
Right. Certainly.
I'm going to taste one of the noodles. What does that
It's
taste like?
delicious. It tastes like a
That's
delicious noodle.
upsetting.
What are you doing?
I just was curious. Trust me, I've eaten way worse than this.
The noodles growing out of someone's face?
Yes.
That's a story for another time.
Oh, gods.
I think I think James didn't sleep very well. I think after a lot that happened yesterday, I think there was he was kind of restless and's probably been up for a while already with some tea and just But what do we want to order?
Do you have anything that goes with noodles?
Oh yes, I'm sure you can find something on the menu.
Stew, vegetable
yes.
stew. Yes.
I'll do the stew then.
All right. And she. Anything else?
Oh, Uggo, would you like some roasted mutton and sharp cheese and a tankard of cider?
What is mutton?
It's like a meat.
From what?
Mutt.
Oh, sheep. I like sheep. I eat sheep.
Yes.
All right, so Opal takes your order and she adds an extra charge for a bowl of noodles.
I've quite lost my appetite.
She kind of.
That was a force of good, right?
It was a force of good.
The good news is if there's a force of evil in there that's equally weird, probably won't hurt us as bad.
If you don't think a beard made of noodles is a good thing, I don't know who you are
I
anymore.
suppose we could save it, and it could serve as a meal later.
We could actually do that. Maybe cut it off.
And
Just
save it a little bit.
and just as it keeps growing,
I have an idea.
every couple
How
minutes.
about we talk about what's wrong?
What?
Her noodle beard?
Well, I mean, there's a lot.
Besides the noodle beard.
I don't know. That was just the obvious
I mean,
thing.
yes.
I don't
Not
know
that
if
it's
you've-
wrong, Fahima. You look great, and if this continues forever,
If a noodle
I
beard,
hope it doesn't continue forever.
if a noodle beard appears at the table, it tends to hijack the conversation.
Draw attention.
I'm
We
trying not
have
to
people
draw
watching
attention.
us.
Okay, I'm gonna stick my chin in a bowl of in a bowl of broth.
Maybe, you know, find a scarf or something. We can.
How long does that thing last?
It's only 10
It's
minutes.
10.
Oh, it's 10. We're almost done. We're almost done.
We don't know that.
That was me. That was wrong.
Yes. Well, let's hope not forever.
Fahima, I think maybe you should also take some and save it for Meep. Don't you
Have
think
you-
Meep would eat the noodles?
I'm just like,
It's going to be fine.
No.
It's going to be fine. Have you been able
He will
to
be back if you have an offering.
I don't
contact
want to
me?
I don't want to talk about it. And I'm gonna go walk over to the window and look mournfully out.
You walk over and
With the bowl.
your noodles are it's very Lord Araban-esque, actually.
Right, yeah.
Your noodles are waggling and they're sort of dripping with moisture of some kind you're not sure about. And you look out and the heat and moisture of the noodles kind of fogs the window slightly and you're looking out.
I had
say
this
they're-
idea of being very morose, and this is ruining it.
I love it.
Oh, yeah.
I
A few long minutes pass, and then all of a sudden the noodles like fall with a sad, wet sound on the ground, and your face returns to its normal.
the gods of the time stream are fickle, it appears.
Lily goes over and scoops up the noodles and saves them.
Yes.
I think these are going to come in handy.
I think so.
I think it was a blessing from the gods, and we shouldn't ignore it.
Listen.
that is
I mean,
a good point. We probably should be very careful with the
I
amulet.
don't know what they do.
but you made
Right.
the right decision sending Meep away. I think. I mean, I don't know if Lucerne is evil or not, but giving Meep over to them could not happen.
Do you have any idea where Meep might have gone? I know you sent him away, but I don't know if
I think Beep is a her.
her. Sorry.
I mean, we don't really know, but I think it's a her. Her,
Or
she's her.
do you know where she might have gone? We could go looking for her.
No. I don't know where she could have gone.
Well,
Well, Fahima, when Meep left the last time, when we fell from the Lodestar, she came right back.
It's true.
She knows where you are.
Yeah, but that was just straight down.
And you're connected, the two of you.
Yeah, that's
She'll
true.
find you.
I have something that might help. And I'm going to reach into my pack and pull out a big red book.
What's that?
It's a book.
Where did it come from?
Torvald.
Okay.
What is it?
Remember when I, how shall I put this? Tried to borrow one of his books?
We remember, yes.
Well, I think he snuck that into my pack when we were unconscious for
And-
that week's time.
And you're giving it to me?
Well, yes. I told you I was going to steal a book for you.
Oh.
I hope it helps you find Meep again.
What is it?
It is a textbook that helps you learn Celestial.
Ooh.
And
nice.
if you study it, I know you have comprehend languages, but this is actually to allow you not to have to cast that for this language.
Huh.
If you learn it, you can learn some easy phrases.
Conversational celestial.
Yes, it's if you study it long enough, over a long enough period of time, you'll gain a stronger connection with Meep and able to learn more about what she is experiencing, not just feelings and general shapes, but actual words.
Wow.
So it'll take some time, and you'll have to maybe study at night over time. But
Nice.
For sure.
it's a textbook that allows you to gain a skill.
That's wonderful.
Does he know that, or do I know that and can explain it to him?
Sure, I think that you can immediately recognize it for what it is. That it teaches you the language of that a baby phoenix would speak.
Civ, this book will help me communicate better with Meep.
Oh, well, I told Torvald at one point that the book I was planning on taking was going to be a gift for you, so that would make sense that he would put something in there that would be for you.
It's very thoughtful.
Civ, you helped me buy the pearl, and now you're giving me this book.
Well, you're my friend, aren't you?
We're all friends, right?
One thing I've been realizing is that
No,
it's kind of hard to make.
we're not friends.
What?
We're family.
All right, Fahima, you got another force of good. This one
More
from
noodles.
Icon Z1, I believe.
Oh. Health potion!
Much more
That's a good one.
So again, the amulet flashes and blinks twice, and a health potion covered in noodles. No, I'm just kidding. Health potion falls out.
Noodles of hell.
It's a soup of
Fahima.
noodles.
Fell out of the amulet.
Oh, thank you. Wow. I've been realizing it's hard to make friends when you haven't ever really had friends. So this is kind of a profound moment for me.
No.
Well, I just thought since I had made so many mistakes early on that I would give everyone a gift to sort of make up for that. And since I failed at getting you a book, I suppose Torvald was nice enough to make up for my mistakes.
Well, I hope I can return the favor someday.
I think you already have.
Opal comes and brings your food, sets it down in front of you.
Thank you, Opal.
Thank you, Opal.
Thank you.
Thank you. What a charming lass.
So this is what it's like to have friends.
Family.
Family. Well,
I
yeah.
suppose we should probably,
Eat?
well, yes, but I think Uggo has been very patient with us.
Right.
I tried. I tried so hard.
Well, and I don't want to.
I stayed up all night. I was gonna knock on doors and beat down things and say things that I feel, but I did not. And that is hard.
I heard you talking about it through the walls, Uggo. You did a very good job restraining
Always
yourself. Yeah,
quiet.
it's okay. The
so
whole
hard.
inner monologue was outer, and so it was like you just heard about it, you know?
Yeah.
What?
Well,
So what is it that you want to say?
we are not good at being smart. And I am not smart, but I know when things are wrong. And when we go to meet Magic Man in Tower about book, and all of a sudden angry things attack us and take book, and then we go into public place and make facade of, I don't know words. This is not good. People watch us. That is not always a good thing. I love noodle beards because noodles are delicious. But there are other things that are watching us that don't want to give us noodle beards. They want to take your head.
You're right.
We hear you, and so what is your solution?
I don't know. Just know this is not what you're thinking about. I'm not the one who's supposed to figure out plans. That's James' job. My job is to keep safe.
I'm good at making plans.
Yes, agreed. I'm not saying you're not good at making plans.
Other than the plan to make a table in a bar where magic is not allowed. Other than that,
Normally a good plan.
Normally a
and
great plan.
running ahead while everyone was behind them.
Not good
And
plan,
also
and
healing
that
a
is what I'm
dragon,
talking.
and also giving food to a dog that was
Not
going
good
to-
plan.
Other than that, I promise I'm really good at making plans.
Don't know how many plans that is, but that's not good ones.
There's a lot,
Yes.
Uggo. There's a lot.
So I'm sorry, I say what I had to say, but that's what I want to say.
It's been a sort of overwhelming for all
Agreed.
of us, I think. Yesterday alone was quite a lot to wrap my head around. And towards that end, Civ, I don't mean to spoil the moment, but you do have something to explain. I saw, and I'm fairly certain that Uggo saw as well, you dropped your sword. I don't know what you saw, but in that moment, in the entrance of the library, Lily and Fahima, I'm not sure you were there, but
No.
we were in dire pursuit, and you had a chance, and you stopped.
I thought I saw someone I knew, and it reminded me that the people we were dispatching, Uggo and I, reminded me a lot of where I came from and who I once was. And it made me realize in that moment that it could have very easily been me stealing a book from a library and having my skull crushed in by an orc, or stabbed in the back with a rapier. And when I saw that saw the blood trickling from my blade, I dropped it.
Cost
said-
of business.
You said
I nod.
you thought you recognized someone.
Yes.
Does the phrase Lamar's feint mean anything to you?
It's there are a lot of nicknames for tactics that people of unsavory nature use so that they are not speaking plainly. Gestures,
They
Like
say-
thing you do with hand.
right?
Yeah.
I mean, the tactics you described when they were tossing the book from one person to another, so that we weren't certain who had what and where they
Right.
were.
There was more than one book?
There's a good possibility.
We were in a library. There's
Yes.
hundreds.
There's a good
point.
possibility that the last couple of books that we saw weren't even the original. So we were, again, dispatching these people for little to no reason, other than the fact that we wanted the book back.
I understand your mixed feelings about these people, but I have to tell you that I'm determined that we need to stop these people.
I agree.
But we don't need to do it with bloodshed.
I'm
They didn't hurt us.
I'm not saying we do.
Why not?
Well, they didn't hurt us, did they?
They took book.
We at least
Doesn't
need
mean
to
we should cut their
know.
heads off.
Chances are that they were hired by someone. They're not going to go in and steal intentional books, magical books.
I would agree. Yeah.
Because they were lower class, right?
Well, you don't really know.
The thoughts of the
The
man.
few that spoke were speaking in like
The-
a Cockney, so
Yeah,
I'm
The
yeah.
thoughts of the man that I read, the prisoner that they took, he knew some things, like Lamar's feint, but he didn't seem to know a lot. I agree that a mercenary is most likely, yes.
James.
Right. So
Yes.
if they're
Did
working
he feel
for someone,
scared when you were in his mind?
Very. He knew that Civ knew something, which is why I'm asking today.
Did you recognize the masks?
no.
Does the name Vic mean anything to you? Do I believe him?
That's up to you.
I'll go. Sometimes when you were
It's a
north
16.
before you joined our party,
Yeah.
did you do things that you maybe
it's so
wished
hard
you
to read
hadn't
'em.
done?
As soon as you ask
Something more there for sure.
as soon as you ask that, Uggo's demeanor changes dramatically to, yes, still suffer.
I think that's what Ziv's saying. He's trying to avoid us doing that. Correct?
Right. If we can figure out who hired them to steal the books, or if we can give them something worth more to them than the books, they might give them up without having to actually slit their throats or
Right.
whatever.
Maybe we can do it in a more, a nicer way.
Diplomatic.
Maybe we can set a booby trap.
Well, I think I know where they're
Like
at.
the snare.
Oh, really?
Yes, after speaking with the shady merchants that were in the bazaar, I believe the shanty town would make the most sense. If I was going to be stealing magical books or anything of a rich nature, I would want to get it out of the city, and I would want to go to some place where the law's long arm doesn't reach.
How are we supposed to sneak into Shantytown looking like we do?
Well, I have a few disguises, and I think I could probably dress us up to some degree to make us look like we would fit in.
I can look however I want.
We need to make sure to go get Shadow.
Right.
And I think we should also go back to the library and talk to Fesh, check in. I'd like to see how he's doing, but also there may be some more information as to who's behind the taking of the books, more than just these thieves. He mentioned there was another person that had access to that room.
There's 3 keys total.
Yes, exactly. And he said Micha, himself, and someone else. And I agree that it seemed like an inside job.
Yes.
They seem to know which books they're going for. So I'm inclined to believe that whatever's going on involves someone there. Yes, I'm sorry.
Opal?
Yes.
Could you have a pen? or a pencil or a writing utensil?
ink.
Yes, please.
Available for all. Lily, can I see?
Thank you.
Can I see
I-
amulet?
Yes, you may.
Thank you.
All right. I think what we need here is an agenda for the day.
Excellent.
Lily flips over her menu.
Dear watchers,
The DM could use that.
dear watchers, amulet gods, whatever you want to be called. We need guidance. Where should we go first? Is that how it works?
I mean, I don't know. I think maybe going to the library first makes sense to gather more information in case we go talk to these thieves. Then we're armed with more information.
What new we learn?
Potentially what they've taken.
Well, we've already asked that question.
That's true. I guess we just know. I mean,
What time is it? Do we know?
It's morning.
Morning.
Early morning.
Okay, 9 a.m.
but
I could go to the shantytown by myself.
I wouldn't.
What?
I'm sure I could fit in. It would take me a matter of moments to make a few friends, and
But if something goes wrong,
Yeah.
then something goes wrong. I run away. It's what I'm good at.
And what are we supposed to do?
You can go get the saddle.
We're going to get a saddle while you get to go explore Shantytown. I don't think so.
There's goblins in the southeast corner of town. It's not like you're going to be bored.
I'm going to say this, and I don't want you to be offended. I don't
Trust
know.
me.
I don't know how much to believe you.
I think for me, it is. We need to stay together.
There's that,
All right.
but
I don't want to have to go deep in underground to save you from whoever these people are.
and if you are connected to them, I hope you can understand that I would feel more secure not letting you go by yourself.
Here's my pitch. 9 a.m., library. 10 a.m., quick saddle pickup. 11 a.m., noodle break. 12 noon, off to the shanty. Everyone's happy?
I like
We
it.
have a time restraint at each one. I think the library is only a quick jaunt away.
It's true.
Quick saddle pickup should be quick because we're dealing with goblins. We don't want that to be too long, right?
I hope not.
I know.
I don't know.
Noodle break. I mean, that's a quick 10 minutes max if we need water to wash it down. And then that gives us time. That gives us almost 45 minutes to get to the shantytown.
Jeff.
Yes.
Are goblins accepted in this world like orcs are?
Less so.
Okay.
There
There are some that are.
Yeah, there's some that would fit in some places, but they definitely have a reputation of being more mischievous and more up to no good. Cool.
Are they on a level of monster creature that Fahima would find interesting, or are they more like normal people?
I don't think that they're normal people. I think that they tend to be pretty distrustful, or things you wouldn't want to trust. They tend to be, there's some that you'll find in towns. You may find some in Terlis. It's a weird thing that some have taken up residence in Terlis, especially with how locked down a city this is, because it's not like orcs. They tend to, where they go, trouble tends to follow. So they're not really, I don't think there would be creatures that Fahima would think of as being romantic. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Capital R.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Civ, listen.
The amulet, you all have a feeling that the amulet is very certain it does not want you to split up.
Civ, I don't mean to imply that you're untrustworthy.
It's fine. I'm used to it by now.
I honestly, I'm not here to play judge and jury for what you've done in your past and who you may be connected to.
I take no offense.
But these are people who were moments away from killing a friend of mine yesterday.
And I understand you want the book back.
I think we just proceed with caution.
Yes.
And haste.
But I also agree that I don't think we should go in there murdering senselessly, so.
I don't think it's going to be necessary unless the person that hired them is also there when we show up.
I agree.
Then it could get sticky.
And the only thing that may lead us away from going to the library first is that Lucerne is certainly not happy with us after the escape of Meep yesterday.
No,
Lucerne's going to be at the library?
Yes, almost definitely.
Maybe what we need there is a bit of acting.
Okay.
we apologize.
No!
Apology goes a long way, and if we make him feel powerful, what harm does it do us?
Why don't we just disguise ourselves?
We could. I'm
not so
not
sure that's gonna
particularly
work.
talented at it either. I don't
Remember
think.
that cloak I gave you?
Yeah.
It has a high collar. I could get you a hat.
Oh, I can make you smaller.
And we could say that you're a mute.
Could you make me Lily size?
I can only make you one size smaller, so.
So yes.
How long does that last?
Oh, that's right, you're medium sized,
Yeah.
huh?
Yeah.
I can make you lily sized. It lasts for not super long.
Long enough for us to go to the library?
Oh, it's only a minute.
But it could be useful once we're in there if we just need to get past him.
I
Yes.
also have invisibility.
1 minute, the size of Lily on her level is worth a lifetime.
Invisibility. Can you? That's very nice.
I can make you invisible for up to an
Invisible
hour.
may also come in extra handy.
You can make
Actually-
someone invisible. And you've been holding out on me this entire time.
I just learned it.
You
I
don't
learned how to
need
make people
help.
bigger, smaller, and go like
You don't need
quickly.
help to be invisible. I barely see you
All right,
half the time.
friends.
You guys roll perception?
Oh.
Everybody?
Yeah.
Not great.
Yeah.
4.
Yeah, everybody has perception.
Oh,
no,
shoot.
Civ has advantage from Elliot Raymond Miller.
Elliot
James has
Raymond.
advantage from Elias 9996. Uggo has advantage from Eli Ecstasy, and Lily has advantage from Lily Doublestack Fan.
That's much better.
Everybody's
Elias.
seeing
Thank you.
everything right now.
17.
That's true. If you want to burn through advantages, you can just give us perception checks.
Well, I don't want to burn through them, but
Okay. 12. With advantage.
17.
20.
8.
Unnatural 20.
all right.
Wait,
So
wait.
Wait.
I have Amulet's influence. I feel blessed by the gods, and my next skill check occurs as if I rolled an awesome.
Oh, okay. So you are hyper aware.
DJ Gnome 3.
You are hyper aware of when Fahima is talking about I can enlarge people and I can do things. You see Opal standing, sort of waiting to serve you in the back of this very high class, and you are hyper aware of her. Eyes closing slightly and hearing that, and then moving away.
Friends,
Hearing what? Sorry.
her talk about the magic.
I can
Enlarge
I
you.
can enlarge you. I
Enhance
can
you.
turn you invisible.
My stupid mouth. Stupid hands.
Has everyone had enough to eat?
Yes.
Oh, I forgot there was food here.
Stuff it in, I'll go.
Okay.
Take it to go. Take it to
I
go.
think they may be onto us talking about magic. We might want to get out of here. We may not be welcome anymore. I know it's hard, Fahima. It's what you do, but let's head to the library. Yes. Okay,
Yes.
great. I want to stay on agenda today.
Okay.
So you guys leave the old Lantern Inn. And
While we're traveling, can I be taking out clothes and hats and stuff from my disguise
Thank you.
kits to give them things?
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, what kinds of things are you?
Well, he already has
supplying?
that cloak, but I'll give him like a.
So that's Suth's cloak, right?
Right.
That's the old. It's probably a size too small for you.
Yeah.
Right.
It's.
Will we have issue getting into Nightstone if I'm not wearing robes?
Well, you're gonna find out. I think you're gonna have issue getting into Nightstone regardless, because
Cross that off the
as you
itinerary.
you guys are
We'll
sort
be on
of
the schedule.
Like scarves and hats, like real basic stuff, just so that we're not
Sure.
obviously,
You're dressed for winter in a lovely spring day.
Yes.
As you
I also have a disguise kit, so I can be.
You're
Right.
walking down the street, and as you approach the main entrance to Nightstone Abbey, you see many more guards than you remember there being yesterday. There are two watching the main entrance, and there are 3 making rounds and walking in sentry around the periphery. From windows on the second floor of buildings, you see guards passing by. The place has amped up security, as you requested. So it has become.
Not your fault. Not your fault.
It has become a much a heavily guarded place. And you walk up to the front, and there are 2 guards standing sentry with spears, and other guards wandering around. And you guys are all dressed in your,
hats,
disguises, hats.
monocle. mustache.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
My name is Sime.
Excuse me. We are here visiting some members of the faculty.
No admittance.
None at all.
Nightstone's closed.
Excuse me, guard. He works here.
Yes, I'm sorry, and I do remove my hood. I work here at the library.
No, I'm sure you've got papers to prove this.
That's the thing. They're inside.
No, it doesn't sound like my problem.
Well, that's fine. That's fine. Do I have papers to prove? Do I? I can show that. I reach in
You
my
don't
pack.
work there,
Actually,
right?
I just came from travel. I do have the robes and the uniform. I do work here.
That looks right. Check it out. And the other guard says, "Why do I got to check it out?" I said, "Check it out."
Gentlemen.
Terry.
Gentlemen.
And then he walks away. Those guys have issues.
Guards are always named Terry.
He leaves, and the other one just stands there, dead-faced.
Do you want to go
It's
in
a
by
noodle
yourself?
on your cloak.
Eat it.
Maybe.
Eat it.
And, like, time passes. The other guard comes back. No admittance.
None.
No.
It makes
For
sense.
how long?
Unforeseen circumstances has caused Nightstone Abbey to be closed until further notice.
Okay.
Is this?
Do you know where he lives? Your
He lives in there.
surrogate father?
He lives in there.
Oh, yeah, Papa.
Oh,
Okay. Okay. I back off.
you could leave a note.
You could give him some gold.
No. That's fine.
James, how important to you is it we get in there?
Awakened mind, very, but there are other ways. Yes. Okay. For how long is it foreseen that this heightens?
Until further notice, Nightstone Abbey is closed.
Okay. Thank you. All right.
Hey, that moves up our agenda.
Yeah, we're ahead of
You
schedule
guys could
if we're leaving.
attempt to get in some other way, but you're not going to be able to stroll through the front gates.
Certainly.
Well,
I think we can. But it's the middle of the morning.
She could just cast invisibility.
Exactly,
and
but-
then
but-
you could walk in.
They're right there.
I'm whispering this. We're
And well,
walking
and I
with-
Sound like
also
you were whispering.
and I also have ways to teleport places.
Why do
So
we need to get in there? Why is it important to
for
us
all
to
of the
sneak in there?
all of the information that we came to the city for in the first place, for one.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Do we need to sneak in for that?
If they're not going to let us in otherwise, yes.
I can disguise
Can we
myself
wait for
as a
nighttime?
guard.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh.
I think maybe we should wait till later.
I like the disguising as a guard idea.
I can.
But then you'd only be able to get in by yourself.
Well, I could escort you in. Like you're in trouble. I have to be pretty mean to you, and I want to warn you in advance I don't mean anything I say.
Oh, I've seen you hurt people with your words.
Yeah, it's not my proudest moments, but
Yes, but maybe we should come back.
later.
Yeah.
All right, let me adjust the
Amend it.
agenda. All right, so not at 9 a.m. anymore.
No. Maybe.
What time should we leave the shanty town?
I think that's going to have to be open-ended. I don't
Okay.
know how long it's
I'll
going
say
to take.
dark library.
We'll definitely want to be back inside of the city by dark, I think. Hopefully.
But we want to be sneaking in after dark.
The goblins are inside the city, or at least that's what we were told.
I'm
southeastern
assuming
part
that
of the
if we
He
try
gave us the shady merchant guy gave us very specific directions.
He did. That's right.
Yes, the leather worker who told you where the goblins were up in residence.
James, is there police other than guard? Of Abbey? Are there, like,
Yes.
city?
Yeah. No. There's. Yeah. Terlis is a large
Is-
city. Yeah. There's watch.
Is going in a house that is not yours against the law?
Yes.
Okay, I just want to make sure that we all know that.
Yes. Yes. Thank you.
All right, what's next on the schedule?
All right, quick saddle pickup is next.
All right.
And we're way ahead of schedule. It's only 9:10.
All right.
All right, so you guys are heading to the southeast part of the city.
These are goblins, and they had this saddle specially made. If anything gets aggressive, I mean, it's inside the city, so be careful with magic.
It's probably gonna be aggressive.
I'm saying that for myself as much as anyone else.
Can you disguise yourself as a goblin?
I could.
That might help us.
So as you guys start making your way south and southeast, winding through the city, James is leading you down city streets, and you make your way from what is clearly a very nice, well-kept part of the city. And as you continue to progress southeast, things get more sparsely populated. You start in a very bustling area with people everywhere, very nice establishments, businesses, residences that are well kept and seem to be occupied. And as you kind of progress to the southeast, it thins out considerably, and you continue until you enter an area that really doesn't seem to be populated at all. In fact, it looks like it has been, well, the candles are lit.
Oh!
Ding! Thank you.
Well done.
You like that?
That means we get
Another force of
a
good.
dice roll to find out who gets
right.
force of good.
Ooh.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It goes to Lily.
Yay!
All right. There you go.
Thank you. Mm-hmm. Ooh, third eye. I've always wanted it. This is a viewer submitted. Your next insight is completely successful.
Whoa.
You.
That's kind of big.
That's gonna be very helpful.
Yeah.
That could be huge.
Okay, so you are, as I said, you're walking through the city. It's now more sparsely populated, fewer people. You actually get to an area where you don't see any people. There's like stray dogs and cats, and some of the buildings actually look like they've been demolished, like purposefully demolished. Like this area of town is being leveled and rebuilt, but hasn't been rebuilt yet. And you are, following the instructions that the leatherworker had given you as to where to go. And this part of the city, it seems fallen into ruin, abandoned, not particularly. Nothing exists other than dogs, cats, crows. That's the only wildlife you really see. Until at a certain point, following the instructions, you sort of hear some commotion coming from down the street. And this is an area of town, James, you've never really even been to. This is a very large city, and there's really no reason to go to this area because stuff doesn't exist here. Nobody goes here. And
Forget it, Jake. It's Goblin Town.
Yeah, it's Goblin Town. And so you...
For those that get that reference, thank you.
As you step forward, you are hearing loud sounds, smashing sounds, the sounds of laughter and high-pitched voices. That kind of thing, and wood being smashed, and then cheers almost as you make your way down this road.
Hey, everybody, hold up. Before we walk in here, need I remind us that we don't have much money, right, Civ?
Well, I have some things worth money.
Okay, so...
I do too.
Okay, so the plan is to barter and try to persuade them out of whatever this saddle is?
Nope. They are goblins we take from them.
Uggo, this is something that they paid for and had specially made. That doesn't seem
Probably
ridiculous.
by killing your friends.
So as you walk down the street, you enter into an area.
That feels very...
Looks like
goblins.
this.
I don't want to say the word racist, but it seems sort of
Have
racist.
you met goblins?
I have.
Yes,
and
you
I've
have.
met orcs.
Yeah, and a lot of them are horrible.
Oh, that's so cool.
We met a couple.
All right.
We
So
did.
you guys are entering from down in this area.
Got it.
And you...
Only it's not nighttime, right?
It's not nighttime. That's
Okay.
sort of a shadow, I
Got it.
guess you would say.
Shadowy part of this.
And you see, this is a sort of an abandoned well, and you see this wooden, not really a stage, but almost like a series of planks that have been set up, and there are these flags on ropes all around here that almost look like a course, and you see a couple of goblins standing
Man.
on this platform, like they're-
About how high is the platform to set?
Not high.
Okay.
It's
Like a
it takes a
dais.
couple of steps for the goblins to get up to it, but it is it looks like what used to be the foundation of a structure
Okay.
that has been knocked down, and they're just kind of using it as they would. And then you see an ogre
Oh, boy.
wearing a leather, almost like a backpack that has a saddle high on the back, and a goblin is on the ogre's back, riding it. The ogre has a great axe in his hand, and the goblin has what looks like a makeshift lance that he's holding. And there are wooden boards set on their end on a lot of these areas that have crude drawings on them of humans, crudely painted or drawn on there with chalk, with paint, with whatever was available, charcoal. And some of them have angry faces, some of them have helms crudely drawn. One of them, you can even see, because it's across from where you are, looks a little bit, it's got, you know those goatees that don't have the mustache part?
Oh, looks a little familiar.
Yeah, and you see these goblins cheering and laughing, and this goblin on the back of this ogre. The ogre charges forward and slams into one of these boards as the goblin uses its lance to spear it, and the board explodes in a splintery mess. And these goblins are cheering and having a great old time. So you guys are
Right here.
sort of coming up one of these roads.
All from the same one, I take it?
Yeah, you're all together,
We
right?
haven't seen
Probably want to stay a little farther back at this point, but
we
yeah.
haven't seen much in the way of watch, have we?
Not in quite a while. Not as you've entered into this more sparsely populated, abandoned part of town.
Okay.
So you want to try to take the saddle from that?
This isn't going to be easy to convince them of that.
We're here to get the saddle? I
Yes.
thought we were here for a different reason.
Well, we also wanted to investigate why there were goblins inside of the city, but
Oh, okay.
I think there are other pressing matters at this point.
So
And as
they-
you're talking, the motion continues to happen. The goblin is shrieking, and the ogre runs forward and smashes another board. It explodes in splinters and planks.
What do you think they do that for?
they seem to be they look like they're training for something.
Sport?
Or some
A
sort of.
game?
No, it's like jousting. You know, before the knights joust, they would ride around the ring and hit the targets with the...
But they're not jousting against anyone, they're just hitting targets.
Yes, they're imitating it. It's
They're
it's a
practicing?
joke. A joke. Have none of you been poor before?
I mean,
Poor.
without
Yes,
money.
Without money.
I lived in a cave.
Where are you from? Your accent is so posh.
I'm glad
All right.
you noticed. I've been practicing.
So when we get in here, what's the game plan?
I
We
think.
pretend like we're enjoying it? They seem like they're laughing?
These are buildings, by the way. These are structures but they look, run down,
Oh, so we can't really
abandoned.
see in there, yeah.
Yeah, you've kind of lost sight of this, but you can see these boards here.
What- how does-
You hear crashing from.
How does Uggo's size compare to an ogre?
I thought you were large, but you're medium.
I am medium.
Yeah.
I have the carry capacity. I'm
As a
powerful
large.
build.
Right.
So in terms of anything that he can carry or move, I can carry the same amount
Sure.
of weight as him.
Yeah. So you're smaller. He's smaller.
I'm smaller, but just as strong.
Right.
Because maybe you could disguise yourself as a goblin, Lily, and disguise Uggo?
No.
I mean,
Why?
it's just ogre.
We could disguise. The spell, I believe, doesn't work.
Just for me,
Yeah, it doesn't work on someone else.
Makeup?
Jeff, I'm going to start,
But what are we doing?
because I see another alleyway over here, right?
Yep.
I'll be right back.
Are
Oh,
we?
say that every time you say that.
Are we
I'm going
going
to start
to?
sneaking over
Okay.
that way, just so I can get a different look on what's happening.
Sure. You can roll stealth. You want to come around that corner?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have an
You
idea.
have advantage, Civ, from Eli Ecstasy. Excuse me.
Eli Ecstasy.
Eli Ecstasy.
All right.
Listen, I mean, if this is some sort of sport or some sort of competition, I mean,
Dirty 20.
we don't need to run in there
So you
and break
into
the
the
place
shadows.
up.
Yeah.
Uggo,
Yep.
what do ogres, do you know, are they like orcs where they, its strongest wins, or?
That's pretty much true of most goblinoids, me think.
So to get the ogre to
Ogre not
give
gonna
up
understand you.
the saddle, we'd have to get him to,
Kill it.
okay.
Lily,
Yes.
why don't you make yourself look like a goblin?
Okay.
and you and I go talk to those fine-looking goblins over there on top of the dais.
Have I been hearing them talk? Can I hear them from where we're sitting? Like the goblins
You just
laughing?
hear sort of screams and shouts, and they're talking in Goblin. So I don't think any of you speak that.
Nope.
No.
Can I start ritual casting comprehend languages? Well, I have time. Takes
Ritual
10,
casting?
11
How long does that take?
10 minutes.
10 minutes?
Yeah.
I mean, you can start. You sit down and you start. I mean, 10 minutes in the city that doesn't allow magic. And you are in an
tricky.
unpopulated part, that's for sure.
Okay, here's what I can do for you, James. I could.
Sorry, didn't want to interrupt you. Let me just say what you see.
Sure.
Okay, because you're in stealth here.
Yeah.
You can see these two. There are two goblins standing on this platform. It looks like they're waiting their turn. Right?
To ride the ogre.
Yeah.
Got it. Are there more goblins that I see, or more ogres?
So far, you see one on the back of that ogre,
Yeah.
and two standing on the platform.
And that's it.
So far.
Do I see signs? Sorry.
No.
Do I see signs that there would be more? So like tons of, bones or
There is.
beds or
You
something.
can see into this room, into this building,
Sure.
because in fact, from where you're standing, I think this is the direction. Is this the right direction?
Ooh, you have cutouts.
Yeah, bro.
Nice.
Yeah, bro.
Roll hard. Roll hard on the D&D.
Dope.
You can.
Oh my gosh.
You can
that's so
you can
much
see
cooler.
through this entrance, and there's like it looks like this abandoned house has been used
to live in.
to live in.
Right. They're squatting.
Yeah.
Can I?
I promise this is the last thing I do.
No, it's
James.
fine.
I'm gonna just go over to that door, and I'm just going to.
Listen at it to see if I can hear or peer through a crack in the wall or the door to see inside.
You can roll perception,
Okay.
Listen, Lily.
and you have advantage from True Valk.
True Valk.
True Valk.
Nice.
This building that we're next to here?
Yeah.
Are there doors or windows?
This one looks completely
crumbled.
crumbled.
Cool.
Natural 20.
Whoa! Awesome! You are able to lean up to the door. In fact, there's a tiny crack, but you can spy very, very well through it with your tiny cat eyes.
Yeah, I have dark vision.
And it doesn't look like there's anyone currently inside from what you can see, and you can definitely see bedrolls and the scraps of food, little carcasses of animals. It looks like something had been living in here.
Okay.
Or maybe multiple somethings.
Listen, Lily,
Okay.
let's just act like curious people that have heard about what they're doing and just try to gather more information. We don't need to go in aggressively, not yet.
I mean, that's not what I lead with usually, but.
But yes.
Okay, so maybe what I should do, I do have comprehend languages, so perhaps I should cast that so I understand what they're saying if I'm disguised as a goblin.
That's
Yeah.
a lot better than me sitting down for 10 minutes.
But you may not be able to speak Goblin, right?
All right, but at least I can kind of laugh along and understand what they're saying about us.
Okay, yes, okay. I
So if you kinda see
they
these
might
two getting
also speak
angry.
common, I don't know.
I speak orc.
Okay. I'm gonna head back then. At this point.
All right.
May speak orc.
Okay, well, I mean, maybe Uggo should come with us.
Oh, I was just saying that.
I think maybe, yes, maybe stay around the corner in case.
Yes,
we
let's
need
have them
danger.
stay close. But okay, do you mind disguising yourself like a goblin? I
No,
sort
no,
of
I'll
look up
disguise
and around
self.
the streets and basically like will human shield you from outside view at all.
So then you hear,
Just make
well, you would normally hear the crash of hitting something.
Yeah.
You don't hear that. You hear, and it falls in the right here.
Whoa!
And stands back up, and the goblin fell off the saddle and climbs back on and stands up.
I quickly disguise
then-
self.
We're gonna.
Yeah. So
okay. Move into this. Can we?
let's see what the,
Into this
what the
alleyway.
goblin sees. What? It spots you. So it.
I start clapping.
Okay.
Am I back
doing
by the
it.
time this happens?
Bravo!
Well done.
And then you see the goblin sit right back in the saddle, pull its lance up, smack the ogre, and the ogre runs out of sight.
Wow.
Okay. Yeah.
So I think I know what they're doing.
Okay.
It's a ride.
Right.
The goblins ride on the ogre, and the ones on the platform, I believe, are waiting their turn.
For fun?
Yes.
Siv, could you see how the saddle was attached?
How do we think
With
we can get that
straps?
thing?
I mean, buckles, straps, how securely is it attached?
Yeah, it looks like a hybrid of a backpack and a saddle. It's around the shoulders like a backpack, and then there's a saddle that comes up from behind it.
Wait a minute.
It looks like a custom jobber.
I will say this, there are certainly more around here. Maybe not here right this moment, but nearby.
Okay.
So if we were to get into a fight, more would come.
So the goal is to not get into a fight.
It has gotten really weirdly quiet since that last thing happened.
I think we need to move. I think we need to stop the
I'm
conversation.
disguised as a goblin, so let's go.
Let's do this.
Okay.
Okay, so Lily and I will go down this way, this alleyway.
I'll go follow
Down here?
them.
Or I was going to say that.
This one?
Yeah, go down that alleyway to kind of closer to the dais.
Okay, and you're just walking normally?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll go follow them.
Okay,
So-
sure. Uggo's with us as well.
You shouldn't see anything.
Uh-oh. I'll step out into the opening.
Okay.
You're very good at hiding, so.
Hello?
I also say in orc, hello.
Are we going? Are you going?
Excuse me?
Actually,
Hello?
I was thinking we could go over here.
Jeff, for
And watch
this,
out
as
for
he
them.
says things in common, I will repeat them in orc.
Okay.
Hello, my goblin friend and I, she's new to town, and we heard news of this amazing entertainment. Hello?
All right, and you hear this door slam open. And then let's all roll initiative.
Oh, what?
They're goblins.
I thought this was gonna be peaceful.
Snap. Okay.
Oh, goblins.
We got an ogre. Oh, boy.
All right.
Dice on fire tonight.
So what do we got, folks? What do we got for initiative? Sid.
21.
21. Fahima.
17.
17.
17.
James 17.
And I think my dex is higher than hers.
Okay.
I have +1.
I'm +2.
All right. Uggo.
20.
20. Lily.
12.
12. All right. So the first thing that happens is this door opens, and this ogre runs as fast as it possibly can with a goblin on its back at Uggo. Okay. And
Same ogre, I'm assuming.
yes. Well, it looks like the same one. I don't know how well you're able to differentiate ogres. So
You have ogre face blindness.
it charges. Hits with a. Okay, so it's got to do. That's attack.
Nope.
7 to hit. It's a 20.
Yeah,
Whoa.
yeah, for sure.
Okay, so it skewers you with the lance
Oh my
and
God.
pushes you back
You're not
10
reading
feet
it.
into this wall. So you're kind of pressed against this wall.
The ogre hits with the lance or the goblin hits with the lance?
They work as one unit. This is an ogre rider, so they get a multi-attack. The first thing that happens is this charge with the lance, and it skewers Uggo. So there's this. You hear this door open, and the ogre rushes at full speed and slams into Uggo, pushing him back, pinning him against the wall. You take 2d12.
Jeez.
Dang.
14 points of damage.
Whoa!
Piercing damage.
We're in it now.
Piercing damage.
Yeah. Okay.
Danger.
And then there is a great axe attack from the ogre itself. So you got skewered by the thing on the back, and the great axe, which is that's only 11.
Okay.
That's a miss, right?
Okay.
Oh,
yes,
yeah, that misses for
Yeah.
sure.
Okay, so the ogre runs through the door with the goblin on its back. The goblin hits you with this lance that you see it's been practicing with. You get slammed, pushed back against the wall. Ugh! You feel that piercing damage pierce through your armor and stick you. You start bleeding. But the massive swing of the ogre's arm with the great axe whizzes by your head and sticks in the wall behind you. The wall itself crumbling slightly. Then
Boy.
you hear, from this exit and to this exit, 2 arrow shots.
Whoa.
And one of them is... That's an 8 to hit against you, probably a miss. And the other one is another 8. So 2 arrows go whizzing above your head, Lily, and whizzing right by James. 2 arrows from these 2 goblins.
I look like a goblin too, just so you know.
Yes, you do. Civ, your turn.
I'm assuming I hear this, right?
You hear this? Oh, you guys are down here.
Yeah.
I think you definitely hear
The ogre
a
just slammed,
screaming
yeah.
shout, and then this massive thing slam into the wall, and then an axe gets shoved into that wall as well.
Okay, so I'll pull out my bow, knock an arrow, and I'll start essentially flanking.
Okay.
Can you run across? So those flags, can we cross over them, or are they?
Yeah, I think it would take you an extra. It's I would say rough terrain or difficult terrain just to get over them. So it would take you an extra. Maybe not for you. Yeah, you would have no problem.
You want to give me movement penalties? Bring it.
Yeah.
Bring it.
Yeah.
Okay.
You only can move 100 feet.
You gracefully sky over them, posing in midair, cat style.
Jeez.
Can I get up on top of this? Is that a jump check? Or?
That would be athletics. Let's do an athletics check to make sure you get up. You do have advantage from Branded Nerd.
Branded nerd.
It's been a while. Yeah.
Yeah, branded nerd.
Athletics?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's only a 5.
You don't make it.
Okay.
So you're skying over this this rope here. You sky over this rope, and you are feeling good. You're feeling awesome. You're Catman. You're doing awesome. And then you leap up and you hit your shins.
I clip it.
Oh, and you land. You didn't make it up to the
Okay.
the thing.
Do I lose
see it,
my
but I
action
pretend
because
like
I
I
do that?
don't.
Right.
No, you don't lose your action, but you didn't make it
Yeah.
as far. Your movement is ended.
Okay. Can I see those goblins from where I'm at, or no?
You could, this is not a very high platform, right? It's only
Okay.
about, I would say, 2.5, 3 feet high off the ground.
Okay.
It's like the foundation of a wooden building.
Okay.
So there's only like 2 steps right here to get up. You could probably see across it and see these goblins,
Okay.
no problem.
I'll shoot the furthest one back. That one.
Okay.
Get it.
You have advantage again, actually, from Bethlehem Brainhammer.
Bethlehem.
Such a great name. Bethlehem Brainhammer.
16.
That's a hit.
Okay. Do they see me? So I guess I don't get sneak attack.
Right.
6 points of damage.
Okay. Your arrow, even though you hit your shins and fell down, your arrow goes true, and you said it to this one, right?
Yeah, the back one.
It
Yeah.
sticks right into the shoulder, kind of lower shoulder of the goblin, and you see it really took a lot of damage from that. It is in pain, bleeding. Its friend looks back and sees it. It is hurt. Next up is, I think we went with James, right?
Actually, no, I think it's Uggo.
Oh, Uggo.
Yeah.
Excuse me. I lost my page. Uggo, you got a force of good.
From whom?
Nice.
That's a good question.
Who's it from?
It is from Twinsin.
Twinsin! Thank you.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Where's my page? Where's my page of?
It's called Me First.
Oh, well, that'd probably have to be for the next.
Yeah, it's gonna, in the next combat, do not roll initiative. Instead, your initiative is just +1 to the value of the highest initial roll in the encounter.
Oh, no,
you go first.
Next time.
And that was twinsies, you said?
Yeah.
Twinsen.
Twinsin.
I hope someone gets an awesome, so you can be like, awesome.
Awesomer. +1.
Oh, actually, well, I guess I'll just use it for the
Yeah,
next one.
Uggo, and then James, then Fahima.
I forgot I had the borrowed power of the 1, which is that first attack would have missed.
The first attack
But I
against
can-
you?
Yeah, the first one I automatically dodge.
Well, let's do it. We'll do the next one.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay.
Perfect by me. I'm going to rage as a bonus action, obviously.
Rage it out.
And Ogre's going to get big old maul on the side. Kidney shot.
Okay. And you have advantage from Elias9996.
Thank you, Elias.
Yeah.
You saved me from a nat 1. That was great. To get, nice, much better after that. That is with 21.
That's a hit.
Yep.
And
Nice.
you're going against you're just swinging.
The ogre.
Yeah.
Ogre, yeah, for sure. 'Cause I figured the goblin's probably a little too high for me to reach. Yeah.
It would be tough.
It would be tough. Yeah. Okay.
It'd be
That's what I thought.
for sure.
That's what I thought. Uggo does say,
I'm gonna kill this ogre and then smash her head.
Good plan.
it takes 13 damage.
Okay.
Jeez.
So you smash him with your hammer, but you're pressed up against the wall with the lance, but it doesn't stop your hammer swing from crashing into the ogre who takes it right in the side and grimaces, and you see the goblin on its back react as well in anger. You said 13, right?
Yeah.
All right. And now we're up to James.
Okay. Very surprised by this ogre that just came crashing through behind him. James is going to back up a little bit.
Okay.
But with my bonus action,
than 5
Hex. Actually, let's do like 15 feet. Yeah, there we go. Bonus action Hex on the Goblin Rider.
Okay.
Cast Hex on that and I'll give him disadvantage to strength checks.
Okay.
And then Eldritch Blast.
Oh, the first time.
Yeah, here it comes. And basically, like, James is like, cops, no.
So for the first time, the swirling energies of the arcane stir within you in a way you've never felt before. Let's see what happens.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
That's a 15.
To the ogre or the ogre
Actually,
rider?
yeah, I'm sorry, that's a 16, actually. To the Goblin Rider, 6 to hit. 16 to hit on the Goblin Rider.
That is a hit.
Awesome. And that is a D10, right? Yeah. Where are you at? Ooh, 8 points of force damage plus a D6 from Hex.
Yeah.
2 points of necrotic damage.
Yeah.
Okay, so for the first time ever, you channel this dark, swirling energy from your focus. It's purple. It's from deep within inside you. It rises up, and you feel its power surge through your veins. It explodes out of your hands, and it goes shooting into the goblin rider riding above the ogre. And then something odd happens. It seems like that goblin doesn't even feel that damage. It seems like the ogre beneath him takes it instead.
Oh, poor buddy.
What?
So how much damage was that total?
10 total.
Okay.
8 force and 2 necrotic. I was like, thought I got him. Yeah, I guess. Let me use the rest of my movement to try and get to the other side of that. No, I won't be able to do that. I guess I'll back up even more, just the full 30. Yeah, there you go.
All right. Fahima. We're having a magic battle in the no magic city. I love it.
No.
It's fun. It's fun.
I'm gonna walk up to the nearest wood thing.
You guys didn't know is at the bottom of this well is a police station.
No! You're busted!
Sorry, I can help you. Where are you headed?
Just near flammable things, which is the flag and the
Oh, fun. Okay.
Oh.
I'm gonna yell. Well, actually, I'm gonna produce flame. I'm gonna yell. I thought we just said no bloodshed. all of you, quit fighting, or I'm going to light this playground on fire. And
Are you gonna hold your action?
Intimidation? Persuasion?
well, I mean, produce flame is like I put it in my hand and then I can attack with it. So I don't know if I can hold the rest of produce flame.
I mean, I'll let you if you want to give me a condition that'll cause you to use it.
Yeah, if the next time a bad guy attempts to hurt my party members,
Okay.
I'm gonna light stuff on fire.
All right.
I don't want to.
Well, we just got a
But I
force of
will.
evil.
Oh.
And it's my choice to whom it will go. And listen.
Who's your favorite
I don't have.
child?
I don't have.
wow.
Listen, I don't have favorites.
Least favorite
I'm gonna
child.
roll.
Yeah,
The only
there you go.
fair way to do
It's
it.
Lily.
Rolling a d6 like the candle roll. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is a reroll. All right, here we go.
Okay.
I don't want
6
to.
is you.
Nah. If I'm gonna make it my choice,
No more forces of evil on the DM.
it's a 3.
Oh, man.
You got this.
Well, you brought
I
out
got
the
it. It'll be
evil.
fine. It'll be fine. Lord Araband's diet. This is viewer submitted.
Oh no.
You take part of Lord Araband's shroom diet, but you accidentally pick the wrong ones. -2 to all Dex-related rolls, and +1 to all Charisma-related rolls for 5 rounds. Because I'm a warlock, that's actually going to help my spells. So thanks. Sweet.
So this is from Aldrich Fire Force.
Sweet.
Aldrich.
Okay, thank you, Aldrich. So five rounds of that. All right, I'll try and keep track.
So you're tripping on mushrooms?
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
What'd you say? I'm
Which
what?
makes you slower,
I mean,
but apparently very
It's a strange thing, right? It came from the amulet, but it's weird timing that the first time you do Eldritch Blast, you're actually reeling and roiling from a very new effect. So perhaps they're connected.
I'm staring at my hand that just fired Eldritch Blast for a little too long. Like.
So, Fahima,
like
you
a disco
are
ball.
you're holding on to your produced flame. Is there anything else you want to do on your turn?
Did you guys just see that?
No one's standing next to you.
I'll hold the rest of my produce flame action.
Lily, you're
my
up.
hands just sort of.
Okay, so I have cross-eyed from last
amazing.
week. From
Yes.
Grandma.
Right, so your force of evil from last week never went off because we didn't get into another combat.
Yeah.
It happens this time. So as soon as a fight breaks out, you're like, your eyes go. And where did we go?
Yeah.
And so
And then
everything
this
is.
guy's a goblin, so like really looks crazy.
Yeah.
What is it? Remind me.
So you go suddenly and inexplicably cross-eyed, and all of your attack rolls and perception checks are at disadvantage for 1d4 rounds.
Oh, that sucks.
Roll it.
No, this is the perfect time for that to happen.
Oh,
Because she's a goblin.
Right.
yeah.
Oh, that's true.
Oh, doesn't count. Was not
like
in
our
the bottom.
evils are actually working
One!
out for us.
You rolled a 1?
1 round.
Oh, 1 round. Oh, okay. Yeah. All right,
One
so.
round. So 1 round, I'm very cross-eyed.
Yes, you're very cross-eyed.
Okay.
What are we doing?
But she still gets to do something, huh?
Yes,
Yes.
indeed.
Okay, so for this cross-eyed round, what's that goblin doing right next, the one that's closest to me?
This one or the one on the back of the ogre?
Sorry, the one, not
They
the one on the
just
back
shot
of the ogre,
arrows
the one.
at us.
Yeah, both of these just shot arrows at you and James, but didn't connect.
You mean those 4? It's cross-eyed.
Yeah. What are those 14 goblins?
So I'm feeling crazy. So I'm actually going to dash over to the well.
Okay.
What?
Interesting.
You're gonna wobbly,
Yeah.
cross-eyed.
So like
you go
a little
underneath
weird
the flags.
drunk goblin, I'm
Yeah.
going to dash over to the well.
All right, so dash would be your action. I think.
yeah,
You,
that's okay.
yeah. Okay.
And how deep is the well?
How deep is your love? It is. You cannot see the bottom of it.
Can't
You've been waiting for that because that was too quick. That was
Okay.
too quick to be right off.
He's a big Bee Gees guy. It's fine.
By the way, the last attack that Uggo did against the
Yeah. Right. So Lily, you look down. You do not see the bottom. It's a dark,
Okay.
dark pit.
Great. I turn myself back around, but that's my turn.
Okay.
I'm just like trying to recenter myself.
All right, so
looking
you
at the action.
rush up to this well. You put both hands on it, and you're trying to steady yourself. The whole world is kind of spinning. You don't know why, but that amulet feels hot around your neck.
Yeah.
And James is staring very hard at Goblin Lily, like.
Lily, you're inside the ring of fire now.
Oh.
All right, so we are at Goblin turn. This,
Ogre's turn.
yeah. Some things are going to happen. This this goblin,
Bring it.
the one on the back of the orc, is
Or ogre.
going to take a swing, or the ogre is going to take a swing with his great axe against Uggo, and I have advantage. Yay! From Twinsen. Thanks, Twinsen.
Wow, Twinsen.
Look at this.
Just does. Oh, well, hold on. They gave me a good one. I'm good.
Oh, I got
Twinsen.
I got a 25.
Good thing I have borrowed power of the 1, and you missed.
Oh no, Twinsen! I'm so sorry. Borrowed power of the 1. So that massive swing with the great axe.
Thank goodness.
It is about to connect with you right in your face, and the amulet shimmers on Lily and blinks twice, and you sort of phase out of existence for a moment. It's as if time itself has changed. The axe goes swinging through you.
Whoa.
The ogre is shocked, thought it would have connected, and the The goblin on its back is going to turn with its. It has a crossbow on its back as well, and so it's got the lance in one hand. It pulls the crossbow out with another, and it's going to take a shot at James.
Is it a hand crossbow?
Yeah, it's one of those hand crossbows.
I just sort of see it. I'm like, wow, he's on the back there.
This was a viewer submitted card, by the way. That was a viewer submitted card. The bottom.
Oh yeah,
That,
cool.
the way that lance works is that it's like resting on the
I
shoulder
get
of the
it.
thing. So
Got it.
Yeah.
So he's going to take a
Shot at
mounted heavy repeating crossbow attack.
Whoa!
Hey, Jeff?
Yeah.
Since I was
well
holding
armored.
my action for the end of the round and they're at the top of the round, does it not work?
Oh no, you were holding your action. Yeah. So you. Well, yeah, it is the top of the
it's
round.
before her next round. It's before her next
Because that,
round.
It is before
that
your
would
next
mean
turn.
it'd be impossible
Correct.
for me to.
Yeah.
So you place your hand on this rope here with the flags.
Yeah, my intention is to set as much on fire as possible.
Okay, so you grab. You.
Put that on a shirt.
Yeah, that is. That's the Fahima promise.
Set my intentions for the day, set everything on fire.
Your hand is a glowing swirl of heat, and you place it onto this rope that has flags across it.
Light
and
it up.
as soon as you do, it bursts into flames, and you see the beginning of a Mission Impossible. And it's like, it's like the fire is traveling down this thing. It's above the ground, right? So there's not really anything else for it to burn, but it is burning. Each flag, there's so much heat coming off your hand that each flag erupts into flames as it gets closer and farther down the line.
Is it going
of
both
rope.
ways to the wood thing?
Well, the wood thing, yeah, probably takes a lot longer to catch, but the fire is sort of burning here at the end. It's heading that direction,
James
burning
is still
the rope.
feeling the shrooms and it's pretty. Wow.
Note to self: never ruin prom for Fahima.
So this is an 18 to hit for you for
Basically
the
carry.
crossbow.
Oh yeah, that hits me.
Yeah.
Ouch.
2d10 plus 2.
Jeez. This thing is well armored. Or armed, right?
Yeah, that
Both.
would be the one. No, that's not that
Qualified.
well armored.
11 points of damage.
Ouch. Piercing.
Yep.
Ow. Okay, so I take a.
All right.
I take
Student
a
of Grimm
crossbow
just gave
bolt
the
in
ogre
shoulder.
a force of good.
What?
Student of Grimm just gave a force of good to the ogre.
Oh man.
wow.
Student of Grimm, we're gonna have words, you and I.
Oh no.
False teeth.
Why doesn't he get the noodle beard?
On your next attack, I'm just going to use it now because the ogre and its rider are attacking. Your teeth fly out of your mouth and bite your opponent, adding 1d4 plus your strength bonus extra damage. So as
That's terrifying.
as that bolt lands into James, the ogre rider or the goblin rider on the back of the ogre, it laughs, and its teeth like they fly out of its mouth and fly across.
Whoa.
All the way at James. It's 1d4 plus your strength modifier, which I think should be a lot.
Goblins? The goblins. Oh boy.
He's high on shrimp.
Oh my god.
This is after the Ogre's blast.
5 points of damage from teeth.
Welcome to the world of
James will never be the same.
Lily also is like turned around and she's feeling better, but she's watching this like.
All right, so we have 2 more goblins. This one, it did not like getting hurt that much at all. It is going to shoot at Civ, although you probably are at a little bit of
Half, well, not half
little
cover,
bit of
maybe half, yeah, maybe half cover.
Yeah. So we'll say
he's
AC
smaller.
plus 2,
Okay.
but it's going to take a shot at you regardless.
Okay.
And that is going to be a 16.
No, sir.
All right, so it misses you, but then it ducks into this out of sight of you all.
Okay.
This one is going to run this direction, and it wants to get on the back of that ogre because that's where it's safe. And it's going to take a shot at James as well.
Oh, boy.
As
Okay,
James has been
okay.
attacked by a lot of things. Oh, that's an awesome.
Oh man. I'm getting it hard.
So that is 2d6 plus 2.
It's because of your karma, man. You're using that evil energy.
How dare you?
Oh boy. That's 12 points of damage.
Ouch.
I am really hurt. Okay.
All right. So it runs up here. It just saw its friend's teeth fly across the battlefield and bite you, and it takes its short bow and goes and shoots an arrow. It's as if this arrow is straighter and truer than any arrow you've seen. It goes right at your neck, right into your neck, sticking out,
I'm
blood
bleeding.
gushing from
Yeah.
the wound, and then it's going to finish its move by sort of trying to duck around this corner, I think, right here, to try to give itself a little cover from Civ, who it saw smack its friend.
It didn't move within 5 feet of me, did it?
No.
It's a long turn for them.
Well, 3 things moved.
Yeah.
The other one has multi-attack.
And there were
That
several forces of good and
brings
evil
us
that happened.
to Civ.
Question for you, Jeff.
Answer for you.
Is the ogre rider and the goblin on top of it considered one creature?
Yes.
Okay, so he would get disadvantage, and he would get resistance to the attack.
Oh, because of your...
Correct.
Ancestry.
I thought it was a separate attack because it's the goblin on the back, not as a whole unit.
Okay.
We didn't remember.
How do we
it.
reconcile
No,
that?
yeah, you know,
I think for just
Going
going
forward.
forward,
Right.
Yeah.
it would be helpful.
It's counted
to know
as
that one.
sorry. It's
Yeah.
counted as one creature.
The Ancestral
Yeah.
Gardens is
Yeah.
yes, such a.
I
it's
apologize. I was
3.
saying multi-attack. I should have been more specific. We'll do that going forward.
Perfect.
So,
My turn?
Civ's turn.
Okay.
So I'm going to see James get hit hard and Uggo being kind of pinned up against this wall, and I'll say to James, take cover. And then I'm going to slip my short bow into my offhand, draw my rapier, and run right at this guy and try to skewer him and take him out.
Okay, you have advantage from Brandon Nerd.
Yeah, Brandon! Go, Civ, get him.
18?
That's a hit.
Okay, good.
That one hasn't been hit yet, right? No.
Correct.
Nope. I'm gonna take it now though.
Yeah, he's gonna
Get him.
take it.
19 points of damage.
Wow.
All right, so you charge forward with your rapier in a straight line, moving with cat-like speed and accuracy, and you skewer this thing. In fact, you hit it so hard, you lift it up off the ground, its feet dangling, and as you drop it back down, it collapses in a clump, and you have to pull your rapier out. It is dead.
Well done.
There you go, Civ.
I'm
Good
gonna
job.
flourish and whip the blood across the ogre. So I'll
Right.
just flourish my sword and
It splatters the ogre, and James is freaking out.
Good job.
The worst thing you want to be on when you're fighting an ogre.
Uggo, you're up.
Okay, so Uggo's just going to continue to pound damage into that ogre.
Yeah. Uggo, you have advantage from Demon 47.
Oh, thank you, Demon 47. I appreciate you. Okay,
Ooh, you needed
yeah, I
it.
did need that.
Nice.
16.
16 against the ogre is not a hit.
I missed. I think that's the first time I've missed.
It's a new experience for Uggo. So you take your maul, and as you swing it true. You swing it with strength and accuracy, but it goes ricocheting off the ogre's very sturdy hide. Kong. And we are up to
Me.
James, who is in a bad way.
Okay, I'm looking for cover. Is it possible to get under that platform, or is it too tight?
I don't think you could get under it. No, I mean you can try to squeeze if you want, but it might it would be tough.
All right, then I'm heading for that corner, that far corner of the stage. Then that back far corner.
Okay.
Full movement, 30 feet.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Okay, yes. And then it doesn't look like I can get ducked behind there, but I'm going to crouch down
Okay.
and fire off another Eldritch Blast at the ogre.
Okay.
And I do get +1 because of the force of evil. Yes, that's
And you
right.
also have advantage from
Thank
Eli Ecstasy.
I need that. Thank you, Eli. That was a 3.
How fitting.
Oh, and that's a 4. That's 11. No, that misses.
So you're Eldritch. You are disoriented, badly injured. You've still got an arrow sticking out of your neck. It's bleeding.
Well, and I got hit by the crossbow too, so I probably got a pretty nasty crossbow bolt in me somewhere too.
Teeth marks.
Yeah.
I mean, teeth marks on your face. And you make a mad dash to the corner where there's a wooden post. And you kneel down and you throw off a desperate Eldritch blast, but it goes wide of the mark, slamming into the wall behind
If you'll
the
allow me,
target.
I think I'll straight just like sit on the even just like sit on the ground with my back leaned up against that thing. Just kind of.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Fahima, you're up.
I'm going to move towards the fray with my movement.
The fire is still burning here. It's moving down very rapidly. This rope has dropped to the ground, and the fire is raging on this rope. There's not a lot of fuel for this fire because it's just cobblestone ground and this rope with flags on it. The flags are going up. The rope is going up, but I don't know how much it'll spread to surrounding areas. Just so you're aware.
Well, my intention is to ruin their fun. So.
Well, I think that has happened.
Yeah. So
What with one of their friends being dead.
That guy that Civ just killed me isn't having a lot of fun, that's for sure.
your survivors won't have any fun. I'll move 30 feet towards them.
Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Dang it. You're in the way, Uggo. I'll do if I cast
Wall's more in the way than I am.
if I cast a firebolt, can I like shoot it around?
Firebolt doesn't really go around.
If she didn't hug the wall that closely, she might have an angle on it. Like if she didn't take the diagonal on that last one, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it's in a bit of a cover, so it's gonna have a higher AC, but
Do it. Take it.
Okay. Well,
I mean, what?
it's all I can't really. Yeah. I never prepare a magic missile. Okay.
Magic missile.
you do have
is
advantage
handy.
though from slugs.
Oh.
Slugs. Thanks, slugs.
Yeah, I'll shoot a firebolt at Ogre Goblin.
James, everyone is worried about you.
As they should be.
There's lots of advantages waiting for you. So
They should be.
the amulet is you feel it shouting almost in your souls. Not a sound you can hear, but a feeling you can feel. Heal James! Heal James!
He's got a healing potion.
I do.
24.
That's a hit.
Nice.
Cool.
Even with the cover, that would be a hit.
Sweet. This is 10, yeah?
Yeah.
Aw, dang it. 4
4 points of damage.
fire damage, and anything that's not being worn or carried that is flammable will light on fire.
That is not worn or carried.
Not worn or carried.
Yeah. So it doesn't hit anything not worn or carried.
Okay.
Because it goes slamming into the ogre itself, who feels the brunt and it singes its skin for 4 points of damage, angering it even further. Next, we're up to Lily.
Okay, James, I was gonna heal you, but you ran away.
I was saying.
Sorry. I was trying
Okay, so I'm gonna run.
to.
I'll run like 10 feet out so I can make eye contact with the ogre on top.
Okay.
I'm done with my force of evil.
Right.
I'm
you
feeling like
survived
hot
your
again,
crossed
okay?
eyed.
Are those flags on
State.
fire?
Maybe
I think it's I think
Pretty short.
these flags are burning pretty rapidly. It's
Can I get
traveled
over them
around.
or no?
Let's do a acrobatics check to see if you can jump over a burning ring of fire.
Or slide at them.
You do have advantage from Brishkar, though.
Brishkar, I love the name.
Yeah, from Johnny Cash. Like,
Yeah.
Cool. Great.
Oh, great. Okay, awesome. So, what did you say? Acrobatics?
Yeah.
So that's 21.
Nice.
Yeah, so as this thing burns underneath you, you're almost like a circus performer leaping gracefully over the
Still look like a
burning
goblin.
That
flags.
was very impressive, Lily. Well done.
Thank you. So I'm at 15 feet right now. Yeah, like I've got about 15 feet. So can I see the goblin on top of its back?
Yes, you can.
Okay. So I will I'll run 15 feet, turn my head, and cast Vicious Mockery
Okay.
Nice.
at that little bugger.
So he needs to do a
Wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw. All right. Well, he is not a very wise creature at all. Oh, that is 16.
He has strength disadvantages.
Okay.
Even with a -2 to wisdom.
Yeah, that
Hits it.
that fits. Okay, so
So you spew out a stream of awful insults to this ogre and the rider on its back, and they both they've heard worse from their family members.
So
Makes
much.
sense. You're dressed as a goblin and you're speaking their language.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah. And then I'm going to continue running towards James. For
towards James.
15 more feet.
Thank you.
10, 15.
Thank you.
All right, so that is the end of the round. So we're up to ogres. Okay.
And the goblin.
And the goblin.
That's
This
tucked back.
ogre.
I'm glad there's a meat shield between me and the ogre.
His name's Uggo.
This ogre.
He's right there.
He's right there.
He really wants to go. He really wants to go. But man, he's going to get a lot of attacks.
And he's
on
got
him.
those ancestral guardians. Well, but he probably doesn't know how they work.
Hey, if he wants to go, you let him go, bro. Just saying. He wanted
There's
to go,
two
you let
people
him
right in
go.
front of him. He would attack those two people. So the great axe is going to start swinging. I think he's still going to. Civ, he saw you kill his friend, so that great axe is going to come swinging with a backhand at you.
Disadvantage.
I have advantage.
Well, now
Straight
you're
roll.
just a straight roll.
Okay, yours truly gave me advantage. Thank you, yours truly. It gets canceled out by old
Ancestral guardians.
Yeah.
party pooper over here. That's not going to get it done. That's a 16.
Nope.
On me or him?
It would be on you. Yeah. Yes. So you missed.
Is that you dodging?
Normally, most of the bad
Got
guys
some stomach problems. I got
Normally, most of the bad guys who see your ancestral guardians are dead very quickly. So
the axe comes swinging over your head, missing you by inches. But the other attack is going to be.
Mr. Goblin.
He's going to try to stick Uggo with that
Mr.
lance
Goblin.
again, which is.
bring me a dream.
Ding, ding.
Oh, I get another advantage. That just in the nick of time. Student of Grimm. People want this ogre to hurt you guys.
Yes.
Oh, it was even worse that time. So that would be a 15.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't have a very good AC.
Yeah.
I just reduced damage.
Yeah.
But you will.
So, but
in
it's
later
only.
Indeed.
It's only.
Way to be positive.
Appreciate you.
11 points of piercing damage.
Halved.
To 5.
5 points of piercing damage onto Uggo with that. It pulls that lance out and sticks it right back into you again as the great axe swing misses wildly. This one is going to pop out. Boop, boop, boop,
Yep.
and it's going to shoot a wild attack across here. You're sitting.
I'm down. I tried to give myself as much cover as I possibly
Full
could.
cover. If he's
I'm literally
yeah.
I picture myself literally like sitting with my back up against the post.
All right,
like,
and it's going to shoot it. No, it's going to shoot at Civ. It's going to take a shot at Civ. Civ killed its friend.
Do I get any cover from the side of the building? Or
I don't think so. You're standing right here along the edge,
Yeah,
right? So it's
yeah.
going to shoot a straight shot at
That's
you.
fair. That's fair.
Yeah. Let's see what happens. That is a 19.
Oof.
Or no, 18, excuse me.
That also hits.
And that will be only 3 points of damage.
Okay.
So an
it always
arrow.
seems so sad when it only does a little bit of damage.
Oh, it was 1d6 plus 2, and I rolled a 1. So, so the arrow kind of hits you in the back of the calf and grazes you, but it stings, it burns, blood is erupting from that wound, even though it is relatively minor. And then this guy goes pops
Back inside,
in.
yeah.
Ugh.
He's
Really?
very
Goblin.
badly hurt and
Typical,
not happy.
Typical goblin tactics.
Yeah. So that completes the goblin's turn. We are back to the top of the round. Civ.
Well, I think this giant monstrosity is more of a threat than the little goblin that took a pot shot. So I'm going
I think
to
you're right. Ow.
hop over the dead goblin and flank him. How high up is this goblin on the ogre's back?
It's all going to count as the same creature, though. But yeah.
Yeah, but you can dismount them. If,
Oh, nice.
Yes. It is the creature's large, so I'm thinking it is like 8-9 feet tall,
Yeah.
and then the goblin on the back of that.
Is even higher.
Yeah. And it's riding on a saddle on top of its shoulders, so it's got these big hunched shoulders,
All right.
and then a saddle on
That's
top
fair.
of that.
That's fair. Then I won't go for him. I'm just gonna Achilles heel
Yes.
this ogre on the backside with my rapier.
Cool, cool.
Cut him.
Cut him.
cut him.
I like how this
Now-
episode started with, let's not hurt anybody. I'm gonna slice him up as hard as I can. I'm gonna set everything on
They
fire.
started it.
Let it all burn.
I started this
do I get
encounter
advantage 'cause we're
trying to be
flanking?
nice.
Do I get advantage because I'm flanking with him?
Yes, you
Okay.
absolutely do.
Great. Good. 21.
21 is a hit.
On the ogre.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Achilles are getting slapped.
Getting those.
Cut that heel.
10,
be sad about
11,
Kevin
12,
Durant.
13.
13.
13.
13 points of
Yeah.
damage. Okay, so
Whoa.
you take that rapier that you just flourished and wiped the blood off, and it gets blood anew because you go slicing with 2 big chops of your hand across the back of its calves. It goes, ah! The ogre, how many points of damage?
13.
Yeah, it's hurt, man.
But
It is
not
hurt.
bad.
It is angry and hurt. It doesn't like being cornered here. This thing wants to run.
Yeah.
It is now Uggo's turn.
Yes, it is. Yeah, Uggo is gonna hit this ogre, and
You're next.
You
Goblin!
have advantage, Uggo,
have
from.
advantage already from flanking.
Yeah.
Oh, you have advantage from flanking.
So much advantage.
Nice.
It's 23.
That's a hit.
Yeah.
Get him.
Hurt, blood brother James. No.
14.
Yeah, 14 damage.
14 points of damage. This
Oh, buddy.
ogre is very badly hurt.
Wow.
As you slam into it with your maul, you're up against this thing. You've just been stabbed a couple of times with the lance, but you take a mighty swing with your hammer. Your ancestors erupt. One of them is laughing, and the other one pointing. The third is kind of looking back in approval, nodding at you, Uggo.
They're great recurring characters, the ends.
Indeed. We're going to make something of that. They're fun. The ogre actually, it's hit so hard, it goes down onto one knee. And you, as it comes down, the goblin on its back sees you eye to eye for the first time, and it is a little bit worried about what just happened. So now it is James's turn.
Yes. Right. James is gonna roll over, look, kind of look. Oh, it's not dead yet. Okay.
The old Picard engage.
Engage.
You have advantage
Yes.
from Elias 9996 from one librarian to another.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm gonna roll in the box.
Roll in the box. Roll in the
The
box.
Blue Thunder's not in here. Can I use one of your?
You gotta get
guns?
Blue Thunder, baby.
All right, but bring me Blue Thunder.
So like
Bring me
a hard
Blue
roll.
Thunder.
You know?
You gotta
Can I just say, I think it'd be funny if James is like imagining all of this, like it's like pew,
Yeah.
and nothing's actually happening. It's just in his
He comes back and everybody's like, what did
Well,
you?
if he misses.
Pachoo. That's a 3. Come on.
Come on, James.
It's a 16.
That is a miss. So again, you're weary, you're injured, you're leaning against the back of that wooden post. You put your hand on the back, you bring yourself up, you throw an Eldritch Blast. That feeling that was so intoxicating and amazing the first time has lost its luster, has lost its specialness. You're just out of desperation chucking these arcane blasts and missing again. It slams into the wall, dust and rubble
And I'm
bursting
gonna
from the side.
use my bonus action to throw up.
All right. Good use of a bonus action. The old barf. Fahima, you're up.
I'm gonna move so I can get a clear shot of my 15-foot cone of burning hands.
Ooh, yeah, do it.
So I'll move dead on. My intention is to not hit Uggo or
Yeah, that's going to be a
Sick.
challenge. Okay, 5,
maybe
10.
if I go on that corner.
Right here?
Whatever you think to get the 15-foot
You know, I think that would be a
cone.
really cool attempt if you sort of use the building as a shield for Civ. Is that your intention? Mm-hmm. So you're sort of trying to create a
Definitely my intent.
a fire cone that is sort of blocked by the wall a little bit. Is that what you're talking about? I don't know if I think you're still going to hit Uggo though, aren't you?
It's a 15-foot arc, right?
Is it?
Yeah.
It's a cone.
It's a
Oh,
cone.
it's a cone.
cone.
So how far?
That's going to
Can.
be 1 square, then 2 squares, then 3 squares in like a stair pattern.
So if she's 15 feet
like
away
a
from the
bat.
target, then it would stop before it hits me.
True.
So you just need to be
Is she
15
back-
feet
yeah,
away
that's
from
true.
the ogre.
Yeah. There.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
I'll buy it. I'll buy that.
Nice.
Bot.
Cone it up.
It's been button.
body.
So each of them needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
One's already dead there. The ogre
that
and...
guy.
Oh, there's
That
only
guy.
one that's.
Well, there's the
failed.
goblin on top, I guess. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
This one is
You're about to-
dead.
you're about
Goblin
to
on top. This is
crispy
a
fry that
goblin
dead
who's
goblin
kneeling.
corpse.
Yeah.
So
I think she's talking about the goblin and the ogre,
Yeah,
the
Like-
but they
team.
act as
Indeed.
one.
whomever.
Whomever. Whatever. Whichever.
But you don't have to roll, right?
Wherever.
Or
No, I'm preparing my d6s
Oh, right,
in
right.
case.
It is,
actually
what kind of
hits.
saving throw?
Dex.
Dex.
Oh, well, this is not exactly
it's big.
a dexterous creature.
I wouldn't think so.
And it rolled a 3. So roll your damage.
Yay!
Yay!
Yeah. Oh, that's a 7 plus. Yes! 7 plus 5 is 12.
So this massive cone of heat erupts from your hands and goes shooting out in this furnace of fire. Civ, right in front of you. Yeah, exactly. You're feeling it as this ogre that's on its knees takes the full brunt of it in its face. Its eyes start melting. Its face starts melting. It collapses, and the ogre on its back falls backwards.
The goblin, yeah.
I'm sorry, the goblin on the
Yeah.
ogre's back.
That would be
Thank you.
insane.
We gotcha.
Ogre on back of ogre.
Ogre on ogres on ogres.
Ogre piggyback.
It's ogres all the way down.
That's all that was in the well.
It's actually 2 ogres in a trench coat.
So this goblin falls off the back of its steed, yeah, for mount, and looks at you guys with fear in its eyes. Now it is
We also
What's
have
that smell?
fear in our eyes.
Lily's turn. Lily's turn.
Okay, so
Is something burning?
I'm watching James like
I'm not
finger
great.
gun towards things that's not giving anything. So I'm gonna walk over to James and cure wounds.
Thank you.
I'm gonna cast it as a 2nd level spell, so you get 2 d8.
Thank you.
Wow,
Nice.
that's a lot.
Please.
Oh, I'll roll it for you.
Plus your charisma modifier, right?
Yes. Yes. So where is that? That's a 4. So 14.
Nice.
yeah, that's a lot.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I was down to 3.
So as you run up to James, he looks at you, and you see there's a disorientation in his eyes. He's not really sure who you are, but you lay hands on him, and immediately you see
James.
his body rise slightly, rejuvenated by your touch.
Doesn't he see a goblin?
You're the nicest
come up
goblin
and-
I've ever met.
That is true.
Yeah.
That is true. He does see a goblin run up to
Thank
him.
you, my goblin angel.
Very good point.
Lily just doesn't say anything. She just gonna let him have this moment.
I love stuff like that.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone, goblins can be nice. Goblins can be very nice.
All right, top of the round.
And I'll use the rest of my 10 feet to just walk away from him to give him
Yeah.
that moment as his.
This guy is just going to bolt.
Yeah. I know.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. When he's here, he's going to shoot an arrow at Civ.
It's fair.
You should just kept running. Just-
I mean-
he's shooting himself right now.
He's not
He's
going to outrun me, so.
Exactly.
Oh, that's
not gonna
25 to
outrun
25 to hit.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then it's going to go around this corner.
Okay.
Sight. And the damage is. Oop,
That was
it's
a lot
over
of
here.
movement. What's that
30.
goblin's movement? Oh, was it 30? Okay.
Yeah, he was.
Okay.
Move 20.
He fell
shot,
kind of
and
off the
10
back
more.
of the
Oh, okay.
thing, yeah.
Yeah.
So kind of
Can't roll. 3 points of damage.
I take it.
Ouch.
You're flustered.
All right.
You just fell off of an ogre.
Technically,
Makes sense.
he's still under the
ancestral
primal
guardians.
ancestral guardians.
Yeah.
And, I mean, I don't know if it's a new creature, so I have to actually hit it to apply.
It is actually a new creature.
Okay,
When
cool.
it dismounts, it
Perfect.
becomes a new
So then
creature.
never-
Got it.
Cool.
Yes.
Tricky.
Cool.
Tricky.
Sneaky.
Rider. Wow.
So you nothing else. You perceive nothing else.
The other goblin doesn't pop out again?
No.
Okay.
He was pretty hurt.
We know where he lives.
Civ, get one inside. I'll grab the one running.
We lit your playground on fire.
Whose turn is it?
It is Civ's
it's
turn.
yours, yeah.
Top of the
Okay.
round.
Okay.
You say get the one inside, blah, blah, blah. Okay. I don't think I would go in through that door. I think I would go through the door that I saw him disappear into. 10, 15, 20. 25. Hello.
Excuse me.
And this is the door that he went in, this like broken area?
Yeah.
Going, do I see anything?
No.
No? I'll just take the rest of my movement then.
Okay.
I'm actually, you know what? If I get in there and I don't see anyone immediately, then I'll use my cunning action to hide up against the wall. So
Okay.
I'll just kind of, yeah.
So yeah, movement. Your action was dash. Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
Cool.
All right.
That's my turn.
You are pressed up against the wall. It is Uggo's turn.
Yeah, Uggo's gonna move to the.
James, you get a force of good.
Hey, that's my first.
John,
Is it? Nice.
celebrate.
Thanks.
Oh, yeah, Eagle?
Thank you. Okay.
Eldritch Blast
Oh,
for
no.
everyone.
This will be. I'll hang on to this. Who's it from?
It is from Ursa Minor, 1997.
Thank you, Ursa Minor. It is Stinkberry. A single brown berry emanating a rancid odor that assaults your nose and that of any creature attacking you. The next attack in melee range of you is at disadvantage. That's myself.
Hang on to that for the next combat.
Thank you, Ursa Minor.
Or if this combat continues.
Right.
Yeah, so Uggo's gonna go to the corner. There.
This corner?
Yep.
Okay.
See anything?
Nope.
He's going to take his turn to scan and search for, like.
Okay. Roll perception.
You don't fool me. Where you at?
You have advantage, Uggo, actually, from Neshasha.
Oh, Neshasha.
Good name.
Ooh, nice. Perception. It's a +3, so 21.
All right. You see this thing?
Oh.
In the shadows, trying to hide.
I'm going to activate aggressive and charge it.
Okay.
And as I do so,
I told you I'm going to smash your head.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can get. Yeah, that's 60 feet. You can get there.
How much more did you have?
Well, but when he's aggressive,
I get 30 now.
Oh, and
yeah, I get 30.
30.
And I had, I was
And you
over
had
by
left?
the ogre. Yeah.
You had stuff left? Okay.
Perfect. I will be reckless.
All right.
My gosh. Aggressive, reckless.
20 to hit.
It's a hit.
Yeah.
I think it is.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think it's going to be squished.
I think so too.
Squish that, buddy.
Oh, nice. Okay. That would be 8 + 5, which is 13.
Your ancestors erupt from behind you. One of them, an angry human-looking creature in spirit form, says, "Kill!" And you smash with your. And it is.
It's like a weird family reunion every time.
This is
Things really hurt.
this is a smashed
He did.
smear where once a goblin
Cool.
was. All right, so we are at. I think at this point
Out of combat.
we're out of combat.
Yeah.
One of the goblins may have gotten away, but you
looks like a
have
trap door.
smeared everybody.
Right.
Goblin friend, be careful. I threw up over there. Don't step in it.
James, it's me.
No! Oh, right.
Yeah.
I would, because I don't know that they ran away, I would continue searching this building looking for.
Yeah. You find little stashes of raw meat and things that look like something.
Anything
that,
of value?
I don't think you're going to find anything of value stashed away in here. Maybe some of those boards and some chalk and paint. There may be a wooden sword and nothing that you would want to sell.
Okay.
In fact, actually, let's use this as an opportunity to take our break.
Yeah.
Because we have vanquished the enemy.
Yeah, no-
And we will find out what happens after we get back from our break. The ogre is dead. The goblins are dead. The ogre lying there its corpse still wearing this finely crafted custom backpack saddle.
Partially burned.
Partially burned.
Partially, yeah, singed indeed. Singed. Leather, leather is it's hard for
It's hard for leather to burn.
Carried stuff.
Yeah. All right. So we got a quick intermission. Lord Airband's going to take care of you while we take care of ourselves, and we'll be back to play some more very soon.
Yay!
Yes. The hunger is deep. The hunger is deep. Listen, fear not, adventurers. Our campaign will continue after this brief intermission, but right now, let's just you and I enjoy each other's company, and please stop with the brain discussion because I am getting super hungry. Milo, if I can get one more brand ticks, that would be fantastic, really, truly. All right, so what is a chime of opening? Great, John, really? I'm running so low on mind fuel right now. This is thinking I have to do, you understand? We could discuss it later. How about you and I will do emails back and forth, yes? Fine. All right, what? Everyone, what do you want? Tell me something. Talk to me. What? Are you consulting on Baldur's Gate 3? No. Although, did you see it? I mean, what a gorgeous illithid, yes? I mean, beautiful. Some of the most gorgeous tentacles I have ever seen. Quite long. Your scalp looks extra mucusy today. Well, that's because I added an extra layer. I was feeling cold, and it helps keep the cold out. Is Davy Jones my brother? Queen Scarlet, who told you? Yes. No, it's not a twitch, Hayward. That's not a twitch. That's my hand moving. I've gotten things adjusted. Yes. Good ointments, lots of rubbing. How about a date with whom? You, Daddy Satan? Do you promise to bring flowers in the shape of brains? I hope. Who is my favorite player? I love all of them, and they're like children. You see, Zoseph. If I say I like one, well, they all feel awful, so I like them all. Do I pet Milo with your hands or tentacles? Music Man. We can all... what? Oh my god! Something... Milo, something fell in the other room! Go check on it! How much gold will you give me? Well, look behind me. It's all gold, yes? Now, listen, Falcon Hog, you and everyone else that's discussing this echo, I apologize. Something has happened in my mind. There is a recess where I cannot access my psionic powers. They are so deep and so powerful, and I am doing everything I can to turn them down. I think it might be the lack of brains. I'm not kidding. And the brain ticks are not helping. So I will do my best to alleviate that, but you must give me time. And those of you that cannot hear the echo, it's because you're not trained into that part of my brain. Believe me, it's a back and forth. It's not a one-way street here. For most handsome tentacle man, you would say I earn that prize? I would agree. Is the gold at your throne the gold we give? Why not spend it? It's not necessarily the gold you give, but some of it is included, yes. I stashed some of it here, yes. The rest, I have Milo go and grab from outside. He does a very good job at it. Did I steal it? Yes, of course I stole it. What else would I do? Go find it somewhere? Go take it from somewhere? Personally? No. Steal, yes. I'm evil, after all. Yes, they come from dragons. Armando, thank you so much. I will give this to James. As a matter of fact, I won't give it to James. I'll tell Jeff to give it to James, who will give it to James, who will hopefully not die on my watch. I got very scared. Was anyone else here scared of James perhaps succumbing to the light? I got nervous. I almost ran in there, and I almost threw him a potion. it would have been bad, yes? Had I done that, it would have broken the fourth wall. No good. We shouldn't do those things. But I felt the need. Imagine if James became a lich. Well, Music Man, we may have had to do that. I mean, listen, at the end of the day, if he were to die, I'm not going to let him just collapse and remain motionless for the rest of time. We'd have to bring him back somehow. Although I would hate that because I'm not a big fan. Did I kidnap Meep? No. Didn't we discuss this already? I'm not a fan of birds, especially fiery ones. What does happen if a character dies in the game? Well, good point. Most likely, we turn them into an undead. I don't know. First, that's what I would suggest. Second, if it's really bad, maybe we lose 2 or 3. I don't know. I'm going to have to probably cancel the show, you know? And, or maybe just do the show by myself. Perhaps run my own dungeon run. Wait a second. Interesting. Lord Ereban, even you surprise you. Well, all right, now, if I could, impersonate? Oh, trepanate any celebrity, who would it be? Brad Pitt, of course. Turdickerson. At least when he was in Fight Club, one of my favorite movies of all time. Lord Ereban to replace Jeff to 2020? Never. Clueless Farmer, let me tell you something. Jeff is the best dungeon master of all time. I'm not talking about in the last 10 years or in the last 5 months. I mean all time. That's why I chose him. Look at my right hand when I say that. All right, now. No, not aside from me. Trust me, we dueled it out. I was supposed to do the DMing, but he beat me. So therefore, he's the best. He is a master of his craft. I mean, unbelievable, yes? Look at the way that he describes things. Can you not see them in your own head? Do I play RPGs? What is my favorite class or race? No illithids. You can't tell me to say no illithids. You cannot say that. It's not fair. I like playing humans, wizards. Any thought about bringing quests on to play guests to play NPCs for a season? Heward, would you like to become a writer for me? I get rid of Milo right now. That's a great idea. Milo, come here. I need to tell you something. Stand right next to me. Yes. Now, look forward. No. Look forward. No, I don't want brain ticks. I have enough. Get out of here, you little thing. I'm sick of you. Yes, Milo, look at the flowers. Very good. Purple, game nerd. Why are you the color you are? When you answer that question, I'll answer your question. What cosplay would you like to do? Well, again, human, wizard, with a hat made of feathers. How could you misplace the amulet like that? Callers, come on, man. You're hurting my feelings. I was trying to be cool. I was doing something that I thought was interesting. I thought it would be useful in the story. I got confused, and I don't want to talk about it. It hurts my emotions, what happened. Favorite Disney movie? The one with Ariel. Which one was that? Where she sings and has a fish feet and then legs. Mermaid. Yes, Little Mermaid, that one. Not Finding Nemo, Little Mermaid. I liked Finding Nemo as well. Do I have a plan on jumping into the game to help out as a guest? Jack Spiegel. Well, it wouldn't be fair, because it's my game. And if I was unhappy with anything that happened, I would just tell them I want to re-roll. And they would say, no, Lord Ereban, because you can't do that. And I would say, but I want to. And they would say, no. And I would say, I'm out of here. I hate this. Because I don't like losing. Or maybe sometime I should. I don't know. Should I follow you? Yes, Game Lord. Of course you should. And you should also follow the dungeon run. So, I mean, if you want to know about upcoming shows, which are, of course, every week at 6 p.m. PST, but you still get the emails and the notifications. Am I a fan of Kids in the Hall? Milo reminds me of Hecabus. I actually loved that show. It was late 80s. No, was that early 90s? Late 90s? I don't remember, but it was sometime in the 90s, yes? Darth Calyx. Something just underneath. Milo, there's something touching my foot. Is that a rat? Milo, there's something nibbling on my foot. Grab it. Ouch! Milo? Why are you nibbling on my toe, Milo? Get out of here. Listen, Milo rigged my chair to work like chairs on remote control. Look out, like the old MTV remote control. One of my favorite shows ever. Yes, I do have toes, Joseph. I know most illithids don't, or claim not to, but I do. If you got a servant that nibbles toes, that's a good servant. Tsunami, listen. If I wanted toe nibbling, I'd ask for it. I didn't ask for it, and therefore I don't want it. Therefore, it's not good because I didn't want it. You get the idea. Does Jeff nibble my toes? Blondie, 99. Of course he does. We were roommates in college. Did I go to college and pledge a frat? I almost read that as fart, nerdy. I was going to say I did not pledge a fart, but I did pledge for a frat. I was rejected, of course. They said I looked too old, and that I would scare away all the women's, which makes no sense. Why do characters always do English-like accents? Gordine, do they sound English to you? Because I would say they sound Middle Eastern to me. Perhaps it's just my ears. Can you give away one of your toes, Lord Erevan? Shady Sheba? Yes. We'll do that next week. Milo, can you please get me some anesthetic, please? And then cut off one of my toes. Yes, put it and then package it. No. You package it, put it on dry ice. Good. Because it doesn't matter, because I don't need them. I'm not walking anyways. I'll sit on this chair for the rest of my damn life. Have I laid any lava in humanoids lately? Cursor, I have to tell you. I have gone so far away from the true illithid life. Ever since I left the hive mind, left evil in my wake, it's really been just a whole different story, you know. Is Milo on Wiki? Is Zoidberg your favorite Futurama character? Never seen the show, nerdy. Surprisingly. An illithid still got needs, though, right? Right? Yes, Cursor, of course. Love you, Araban. Let us know how we can help. Mr. Listos, your just being here is helpful enough. Thank you. What's my fave show to watch? Like on television? Does television even exist anymore? Has anyone even when was the last time you watched television? Like literally sat in front of a television and watched it. And I don't mean your Apple TV or your Roku. I mean your television with a cable plugged into it. Yeah, what is the news count? Yeah, I guess. I don't remember the last time I did. Exactly, Shady Sheepy. What's cable? I happen to like this caffeine thing. I started using it recently. I really enjoy it. It's delicious. You want me to cry for the online community? You mean like with tears? Emotional tears or just cheers? Just water. You want water coming out of my eye? Is that it? Prefer male or female companionship? I'm taking applications at Lord Ereban. I prefer no one. I don't need anyone telling me what to do or how to live my life. Stay away from me. Let me just live alone and in peace and watch the games of D&D played here at my little dungeon room. Okay? Great answer, of course. Confirmed bachelor, yes, for life. Listen, I had a wife. Loved her very much. Lordess or Countess Arabanya, we called her. She was wonderful. She left us recently, and when I say recently, I mean 20 years ago. Still sort of reeling from that. Maybe that's why I'm saying I don't want companionship. Maybe it's because I'm hurt. Where are these children? Are they back? Are they ready to play again? Hey, Milo, do me a favor. Go ask Jeff. Yes, Jeff Canota, the dungeon master. Ask him how he's doing. Are they coming along? Yes, good. Thank you. Do I have a secret child with Jeff? Well, listen, Queen Scarlet, how would that work exactly? I'm curious. Are you thinking maybe I was the bearer of the baby? Oh, adoption. Yes, we do have a secret child. Tell them to pinch it off and get back to the table. Carnivore, 5463, I need you to explain exactly what you mean by that. Pinch off what exactly? The loaf? Ah, the poop, yes, of course. Good one. Speaking of, it's been quite a while since I've done that. These mushrooms don't seem to work the same way internally. Bring Jeff back to the show. Some more midriff. Blondie, I won't lie. I also noticed the midriff. And I have to say, I'm impressed. Because he's not a young man, but he's in very, very good shape. Me, on the other hand, I'm on this diet because look at me. Years of just gorging on brains. Not the way to go. Especially when you stop running. Waiting for Civ's new dad bod. Never gonna happen, Tsunami. Never gonna happen. That man will be chiseled for life. Look at his face. I mean, the angularity. It is just astonishing. What is my first name? I've never thought about it. Oh. Lord? It's Lord. Wait. Yes, it's Lord. Wait, is that my name? I think it is my name. Well, fine. It's interesting. I'm going to actually look into that. But, listen, before I do, I want to send you back to these beautiful people. And remember, there are those 4 unique digital items which you people have been going bonkers on, and it is lovely. Thank you so much. Also, the IOUs. You can purchase those, and when you do, we light a Force of Good candle. And when we get to the goal of 20 candles, yes, the Force of Good card will be awarded to a random member of the team. Again as well, if there is or are any candles that are still lit by the end of the show, they will carry on to the next one. So, remember to head over to our wiki page, thedungeonrun.fandom.com, for more information. I love you all. Back to the show.
And we're back! Yeah! All right, following the triumphant destruction of the goblins and even their little game that it was burned to a crisp, the team reassembles. The ogre is lying dead, smashed, singed, and the leather harness backpack saddle thing still on its shoulders. So what would you all like to do?
Fahima, do you want to put the fire out? A lot of these buildings around here are made of wood. I don't want us to be the cause of a larger fire.
So I can start fire.
Great.
But I don't have this. I don't have a spell.
But you
book
said there's
now.
not a whole lot of.
And that was the beginning of the Great Fire of Terlis.
Exactly. Started in the derelict buildings, spread to the.
And before
I
anyone
was
knows.
going to search that goblin that he just. The rider for.
The rider?
Yeah, for the crossbow and the lance.
Right.
Yeah.
And anything else he's carried on him.
Yeah, you can do an investigation check.
Cool.
Is there a bucket in the well? Can I try and like bring
No,
up a
it
bucket
looks like
of water?
an abandoned well. It looks like it's.
Can't see the bottom. I love it.
I'll start stomping out the fire since I'm resistant.
Okay.
That's
I'll
nice.
start unfastening
The investigation
Sure.
would be a 0.
A 0.
Nice.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
you close your eyes.
Uggo.
He just picks it up and
something in
shakes
his
it.
eye.
Give me stuff!
Uggo walks up to the goblin with the intention of searching it and smashes it with his paw.
I'll go.
That's how you search, right?
No, we'll talk about it.
I'll search the. Also help with the saddle, but I'll search the ogre and the goblin that I skewered.
Right.
That was next in.
So you can roll investigation as well. You're not going to find anything on the ogre other than the saddle.
I'm going to.
Civ, you do have advantage though from Demon 47 on your investigation.
I'll drag the goblin body back to the ogre and just toss it in with the pile.
15.
Yeah, so you look through this goblin's pockets, and you're able to find a small satchel with some coin.
Okay.
Not very many. There are 3 silver pieces and some lint, a few dried pieces of meat, and not much else, quite honestly, in
Slim
that
Jim.
goblin. A Slim Jim. He was snapping into a Slim Jim.
Are the arrows that are on this goblin compatible with my bow? Could I use them?
Yes.
Okay, then I'll take some of the arrows that
Okay.
I have too.
All right, everyone.
They're smaller probably than the ones you're used to, but you can
Okay.
certainly make that work.
Okay.
We try to start pulling the saddle off the ogre. Yeah.
Sure. I don't think it's difficult to unlatch. There are big leather straps, and the craftsmanship on this thing is really startling.
Quite
it's
nice.
beautiful. It's ornate. It's custom work.
Covered in blood.
Covered in blood
And a little burnt.
Yeah, yeah. And yet it looks pretty usable. And
That guy back at the market did quite a nice job, I think.
Can you clean this, please?
oh no, did I
Oh,
leave it?
sure. There's no one looking, right?
No, I
There's fires everywhere. I don't think anybody's
I think
looking.
that ship has sailed.
Fire! It's not magic.
We just had intermission, and I left my. I have an item for you. Pulled off of the ogre. I will hand it to you. I made it. It's beautiful, and I had an intermission.
excited.
I could have grabbed it. I just thought I had
okay.
it. It is the ogre rider's saddle. Yeah. I crossed it out and wrote Uggo instead of ogre. It would have been a really lovely moment had I remembered to bring it. The
Still is.
Uggo rider's saddle, or you can rename it if you choose. Is a saddle that grants the rider a very special boon. You can absorb an attack, and Uggo, if you're wearing the saddle, you will take the damage instead of the rider. So if someone attacks Lily on your back,
I can-
she, as a reaction,
Okay, cool.
can
Steer me
give
into
that
it.
give that damage to you.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, if I'll go kind of straps it on and says,
It looks good on you.
I think the fire makes it look a little more cool.
I agree. It gives a character.
Just saying that.
I'm kind of standing on the ogre at this point.
yeah, and I will like actually kneel and like,
Lily, I think you fit in there.
I think so too. 1 second.
Okay, yeah.
All right. Bad news, everyone, or good news first.
Bad, sure. I've
Okay.
I love that Lily is standing on the dead ogre. Like, there's some things I need to talk about.
I've had 2 arrows stuck in me
Okay.
in the last few minutes, so go ahead with the
Bad
bad
news is we immediately killed people after saying we were going to try not to.
I
Okay.
did say that was going to happen.
That was not
True.
our fault.
True.
I approached them.
I'm just trying to keep us honest. Okay.
I know, I agree.
Good news.
Take this as learning lesson about goblins.
Okay.
Thank you.
We can all learn at all
Thank
times. Good news is we're ahead of schedule. Okay, it's only 9:45. So next up is noodle break. Does anyone need a snack before we go to our next thing?
I think I'm good till lunchtime.
All right. All right.
James might need to eat. He threw up.
We might need a little bit of a break for James.
I wouldn't mind a short rest. Your healing did a nice job, but I could use a moment.
We should probably leave this part of
The
town
goblin's
since
still-
it's
sorry.
on fire and there's dead bodies. I'm just saying.
Perhaps maybe
Call
we
me
should
crazy.
walk towards the shanty, take a long rest midway, and then.
I love Lily, the tour director. It's so great. It's such
Sure.
a
Jeff, I'm
bingo
going to take
characteristic.
the great axe from the ogre as well.
Okay.
Is it large?
Yeah.
Is it bigger than a normal great axe, or is it just a great axe?
It's just a great axe.
Why don't we go into town so that we can sit someplace comfortable?
Take a rest.
Less
Right.
conspicuous as well.
I love that.
Yeah. I don't want to leave the burning. I mean, as much as we can to like try and put out the.
Sure, you guys can pick up some dirt and throw it on the flames.
Yeah.
Like I said, there wasn't a ton of fuel here. You burned down the things that had been erected to create this little course. There are still lots of planks with drawings on them around. I don't know how much you want to cover that up or not.
Well,
Hey, but before I finish putting out, I fire an Eldritch Blast at the one that looks like Audric Lucerne.
It explodes in a
James, what is,
burst of splinters.
It felt good.
what is that spell? I've never seen it before.
It's I've just recently learned how to do it.
What's it called? Can I see it in your spell book?
I don't think it's in my spell book actually.
What do you mean? Is it a scroll?
is
I
it
love
okay
finding
if we
hidden scrolls.
talk while we walk?
Yeah,
we
we
move?
can move.
Did we take a short rest? Are we? I didn't.
We're not,
Not yet.
We're gonna
Cool.
go into
Gotcha.
town.
Yep.
No, I mean it's just sort of well, you know how you have certain powers that you've learned as a wizard and certain things you can just do. I have things I can just do, I think.
So you're a sorcerer?
No.
You're sort of born with the magic and it comes out? Did you do magic when you were a baby? That's so
No,
interesting,
I
just
couldn't.
like me.
I should. Well, we should talk about this, I suppose. Especially being around Nightstone Abbey.
I could produce flame when I was a baby, I think.
Oh, that's amazing. I couldn't. My magic is fairly new to me. Listen. It is true that Nightstone is full of wizards, and it is an excellent place for people to learn to become wizards. I was not allowed to do that.
I thought that's where you learned all your magic.
That's partially true. That's true. I was there when I learned it, and was assisted by some things from there when I learned it, but
It was like an underground operation.
I'm a warlock.
A what?
A warlock.
Do I know what that is?
What?
Oh.
So you made a pact with a fiend? or something?
No. It's do you know what an archfey is?
Yes, I know what an archfey is.
Yes, it's a long story. But yes, as I'm sure you've been able to tell by now, my magic is a little different from yours.
So
And not all of us were allowed the privilege of learning certain things. So,
But you were given it all at once. Do you have to repay the archfey? Are they in control of you? I have so many questions.
no, I don't. I mean, his requests are fairly
His.
simple.
His.
Yes.
Does he have a name?
He does. His name is hang on. His name is Squalache.
Squalache.
That's correct.
Squalache.
Squalache. Yeah, he
Squalache.
almost it's sort of silly. I don't
Sounds like a
like
texture.
I don't like to talk about him very much. He's sort of a leprechaun.
Sounds like.
What?
Yes, he's an
Oh.
archfey.
A leprechaun gave you magical powers?
Correct.
What a great
That's
insight to
so
your character, Jane.
It is.
I have no idea what any of you are talking.
Can you find gold at the end of a rainbow?
I cannot. No,
What?
no.
Can Squalish?
Maybe. I haven't asked him.
Does he look like a leprechaun?
He does.
Curly hair, little green guy?
I've only caught very brief glimpses of him.
Could he help us if we need him to?
I mean, he is helping me by giving me what you see in front of you.
Did he give you that spell book?
Yes. Yes, it's sort of, as we've grown stronger, it's sort of appeared amongst my things.
So I don't understand. A leprechaun gave you magical powers, and you don't owe him anything?
No, I do from time to time. He's asked things of me, but they're fairly small and fairly benign, really.
Yeah, until they're not.
Do you think that your leprechaun could give me magical powers?
I mean,
How about me?
Yeah!
you have magical powers already.
Yeah, but I had to learn them, and it took so
Friends,
long.
perhaps we shouldn't take advantage of James's leprechaun friend.
It's complicated.
Can I meet him
The
someday?
day Uggo decided to multi-class.
Maybe. You are very charismatic.
I never met a leprechaun before. I'm not even sure what they are.
He's yes.
Do most people know this about you?
No,
Well, your secret's safe with us, right?
Is it a secret?
it is.
Why?
Well, as I alluded, certain people, I wasn't able to become a wizard, and so I probably didn't take that very well. And
You probably didn't, or you didn't?
I have the same question.
Yeah.
I didn't take that very well.
Okay.
And as I've also said, there were people making my life difficult. And
Is Lucerne one of those people?
yes,
I get it.
Did you find the leprechaun, or did the leprechaun find you?
I found him.
I'll be your leprechaun.
Well,
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. He is
Yeah.
fond of green.
James,
You guys having this Sorkin-esque walk and talk, moving through, and again, the city is transitioning as you walk back from that more abandoned, less populated, sparser side to the more populated, densely packed area of the city. Which direction I didn't catch which direction you guys are
I
heading.
guess we're heading towards the
well, what's on the agenda is the shanty.
shanty town, which is
So you're heading
outside of
north.
town.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
So you're heading north through the city, and as you do, again, the quality of the buildings you see start to change, and you feel yourselves entering into different areas of Terlis. At a certain point, as you're walking and talking, you notice that things get a little more industrial, a little less welcoming to just passers-by, and it's a little more streamlined for business and industry. It seems actually that you're kind of moving into what you might describe as a garment district with windows with all manner of dresses and fabrics and materials, top hats and tunics and ribbons and fluff and all kinds of lovely things. But it's not storefronts, right? This is more like a garment district. And you pass one window, and you can actually see like a halfling working a loom as you go by. As you continue on this area, it results in a strange sight, a sight that maybe none of you expected. You come around one set of storefronts, not storefronts really, more window fronts, and there is a store. Where there hadn't been stores before, it had been very much industrial, very... you guys have all been to downtown LA and seen the garment district. It kind of feels like that, but medieval. And you come across the strangest sight. It is a building that is packed between, or a structure that is packed between two others, but it looks very different from the other two. It has wooden, you might call them decorations. They don't feel like they were part of the original structure, but they've been added on. Spikes and protrusions. You see windows that are round instead of squared. They're kind of frosted and they look very, very different. And it does look like it is a storefront. In fact, there's a sign that you see as you come closer to it hanging from two spiked hooks that says, scrawled on it, "Orcish things." And then another sign underneath that says, "No dwarves allowed."
Yeah.
I can't believe they allow signs like
That's
this
right.
in that town. What do you have against dwarves?
They kill me? Sometimes.
I mean, you kill you if we're being honest.
Well, hold on. There's
You kill orcs.
hold on. There's a long-standing war between the orcs and the dwarves.
Yes, okay.
Yes.
There's also long-standing war between orcs sometimes,
Yes, we've seen.
which is why I kill orcs.
Right.
Uggo, that
What?
looks like an amazing store for you. Do you want to go in?
Well,
We're ahead of schedule.
I can go in there.
That's lucky that none of us are dwarves.
I don't want to bleed on the floors, though. So, can we sit around for 10 minutes?
Or for an hour.
Or however long it takes?
Yeah, short rest would be an hour.
Hour, because
Is there like a bench or something that we could just hang
Yeah,
out
I mean,
on?
I would say if you guys want a short rest, it's going to be odd to just plop yourselves down.
Is
the
there
middle of here.
a tavern or anything nearby?
No, this isn't that kind of area, right? In fact, it's odd that there's a store at all here. It like I said, it feels like a much more industrial area where things aren't welcome to tourists or passers.
Is there a building that looks unoccupied?
I mean, you can try some doors if you want, but there's nothing that is immediately apparent as being
Uggo, why
unoccupied. I
don't
mean,
I
you could just sit on the side of a building and try to rest, but it would be a little odd.
I mean, it's not a big deal.
We could just poke our head inside
Yeah.
for a few minutes and then mosey on.
Yeah.
Mosey is a good word to put in your Orcish
yeah.
dictionary.
Dictionary,
Mosey.
yes.
How do you
M-O-S-E.
mosey?
That's in common, though.
Yeah. Don't know what it means. Then I tell you what orc is.
Mosey.
Yeah, so
There's-
are you in the saddle? Do you travel in the saddle?
sure.
Are you traveling in a Well, that's information I need to know.
I mean, well, because it's one of those. Yeah, right. Like when I'm going in the door, I'm going to be very careful.
Yeah. No, I mean,
I'll get out of the saddle for you to go.
Okay.
Yeah.
cool.
yeah.
Okay, put me down.
You guys definitely need to tell me if she's in the saddle. Things are different. Yeah. So this whole time you've been sort of like riding Uggo through the city. That's amazing.
Yep.
I notice the odd looks we occasionally get, and I just sort of wave. Yes, hello.
I love the idea of Lily like riding atop Uggo and being like, we have we gotta go that way, and I think this map is that way.
And if we get in before dark, we have a break, and we can go to the library after dark.
Okay, so as you enter, you open the door to this thing. It kind of a bell on the door jingles, and an orc actually walks by you on the way out and sees Uggo and says in Orcish, "May your enemies die at your feet."
And also with you.
And he just kind of leaves and exits. And as you walk inside, you see all manner of things made for Orcish life. This is like, you guys know Solvang?
Yeah.
You know how it's like mini Dutch town?
The movie Sideways.
This is that, but for orcs, right? So you walk in and you see a weapon rack with axes and swords and knives, but all of them with an orcish flair. There's teeth built into the hilts. There's swooping curved blades. You know that really cool thing where like a blade will have a gap in the middle, you know?
The bloodletter.
That, yeah.
Jeff is
Bloodletter.
Sword breakers.
Yeah. You see pelts prominently displayed and a variety of colors and fur types. You see taxidermied animal heads caught in ferocious growls, wolves and owlbear heads, even a kobold.
Wow.
Even a kobold head is mounted with rubies for eyes.
Wow.
And there are banners, large and small, hanging from the back. They seem to be for sale, but there's all a variety of sizes. There's the orange barbed fist of Thorn, the white and green tusked skull of Ukdun, and even the old red battle axe from Rogdul, which is no longer in use. It's what Ukdun used to be before it was
I
overthrown.
recognize the orange fist from the flag you showed me. Yes, yeah.
There are garments for sale, traditional fur and leather harnesses, cloaks and jerkins, but also some finer pieces that look to be made of reptile scales. There are totems and decorations, paintings of male and female orcs in fierce combat poses. And there are shelves and tables with smaller items and knickknacks as well. In the back, there's a display case that looks like it has food for sale. There's a wide variety of different sized tongues being sold. And there's an orc behind the counter that is a female with gray braids that come down the front and round, tiny glasses pushed very far up her nose, close to her eyes.
She's full orc.
Looks like that.
Cool.
She's got robes that have fur accent pieces on them, and she stands there as you walk in, and she said, "Welcome."
Hi. Uggo from Thorn. Hi.
Welcome. And she says, "May your enemies die at your feet."
And may your enemies die at your feet as well. You
If
have
there's
not
any
shot-
questions, please let me know.
Absolutely.
Lily, I'm going to go out on a limb and say they probably don't have things in your size here.
I don't think so.
Yeah, baby stuff.
Oh. Huh.
That's still well made.
I mean, I could get baby orc armor.
No. I mean, they might armor their babies. I don't know.
Yeah.
It
Oh, yeah.
seems very nice.
I feel
though.
okay.
Where are you from?
I'm from Ukdoon, haven't been there in a long time.
Yeah, you have lots of nice.
Everyone in the orcs in Terlis want a taste of home, and I am here to provide that.
Very nice. What's your name, miss?
I'm Igly.
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 It's a pleasure.
It's mine.
Have you been here in Terlis long? I haven't ever been by this shop before.
Oh, yes, we've been here quite a while. It's out of the way, and we mostly get by on word of mouth.
Ah.
By tusk and by tail, I always say. That's T-A-L-E.
Oh wow.
Uggo pulls out his
Word of
hammer.
mouth, it's a...
Try
to keep up.
Uggo pulls out his maul and says,
Can you add spikes?
I'm not able, I'm no blacksmith. I'm not able to augment your weapon, but I can sell you plenty of mauls in the back.
Is there? I'll look through the knickknacks. Is there anything kind of small
Yeah,
and
there
nice looking?
is a series of sacks that say warg feed on them, and there is a really beautiful orc nesting doll. And if you open it, and you continue to open it, it's orc inside orc inside orc, and then strangely, the last one is a human.
Oh. How much for this?
Oh, that's a beautiful piece.
It is.
I'll give it to you for 7 gold.
7. Okay. Yes. I'll buy this for a friend. Actually, I think Nance would like it. Actually.
You should haggle. It's rude to just say yes.
Oh. 7, you say? Well, I don't know. I mean, I think I saw a similar item across town for 5.
We just agreed!
Yeah, take back deal.
Price agreed!
Price agreed!
Price agreed!
Yeah.
Here's your 7. Maybe tell me that earlier next time.
Sorry, I didn't think you were just
He
going to say
doesn't
yes.
know orc. He no orc.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Come again.
She's so nice. I'm not gonna.
Uggo, are you gonna get anything?
Well, Uggo doesn't have any gold.
Well, we have some community gold that
Do I
maybe we
have
could
gold?
use.
Do you have any ale or drink from Ukdoon or Thorn?
No, I went through my stash from many, many years ago.
Anything
I
to
could offer you some delicacies that are recipes that I remember from the old land, but nothing in the beverage variety.
anything smoked or dried?
Ooh, yes. And by smoked or dried, you of course mean raw.
No, something that's been cooked or that might last a little while.
I can cook it later.
No, we don't cook.
Well seasoned, perhaps.
Ooh, salted and
Yes,
peppered.
there you are.
We have a variety of tongue, and of course there's eyes, and we've got a few stray limbs that haven't been picked up by the locals.
Don't be rude. Don't be rude.
Sorry. Hey, Fahima, maybe come
I
over to the
bet
window. Look
you're
at
a
the.
heel and toe man.
Yeah, how you know?
Ah, yes. Sucking the meat from between the toes is a delicious, wonderful after-meal treat.
I'm so glad I puked earlier.
Can I see your mauls, please?
All right.
So
Okay, in
glad
the
we-
back on the weapon rack. They're malls, and they're it's functionally the same as
Yeah, for
yours,
sure, of course.
but certainly more elaborately decorated and authentic to the Orcan lifestyle.
How much this one? The one that looks as spiky as I can get them.
I mean, like I said, it's not going to add any.
No, yeah, I understand.
Whatever the
It's a
mall
skin.
price is, which is what?
Shouldn't be much.
I think it's only.
Do they have like something for like almost like a golf club cover for your mall?
Golf club
like
cover.
a sock that goes on the end of your
Mall
mall.
is 10 gold pieces.
All right.
Uggo, maybe she wants to trade?
Yeah.
Do they trade?
That's what I was getting. I have, and I pull out Great Axe and the mall. Trade? You have both, I take yours. Fair trade.
I'm not really interested in weaponry that isn't of orcish variety.
I take off Ogre.
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 And she
These
takes it from
items
you and
have
sniffs it.
killed many enemies.
There's still blood on this.
Yeah. That's how you know it's fresh.
I'm guessing that's a good thing.
2 for 1, you say?
Yeah.
I like you.
I like you.
May your enemies die at your feet.
And you get this sense that you have completed a transaction.
Yeah.
And your mall now is it's got a wonderful spike right below the base of the head of the mall. It's got this cool spike, and there's like a tassel that comes down and wraps around that is furred, and it's got like a feather. It looks much more tribal and
Great.
badass.
Perfect.
I'm guessing Uggo doesn't have many positive experiences with other orcs, so this is quite
Probably
nice.
not.
I
It's
think.
nice to see it.
Yes, yeah.
Uggo, are you happy?
Yeah?
Yeah.
I have, yeah. I got saddle for you. I got mall that looks like from Thorn, and I met Iggly.
Iggly, yes.
Iggly, may your enemies kill themselves for you.
Oh,
Jeff, I have a question.
Yeah.
I had a suggestion on Twitter to try lead blocks. What is it? Blocks detect magic.
You need
Is
an
it-
inch of lead.
like a lead box.
Like an inch of lead.
An
Yeah,
inch.
it's
Because I was thinking like a collar with like beads of lead.
Oh, for
Or something.
for yourself?
For some unnamed phoenix bird, perhaps.
Or maybe like
collar.
a familiar.
I think the idea would be that it would be
It's being
it would be a
encased.
surface that had to, it's like Superman's X-ray vision.
Yeah.
I don't think we can keep her inside a box either.
Well, that's why I was thinking collar.
But that's a
with
cool
beads
idea,
on
a
it.
collar.
Cool
But
idea.
it's
That would be
not
cool.
just like having lead on it. It's literally
Like a shield. Yeah.
I like the idea better that it's got its own little metal case that it gets in. It turns into a golem.
Can't tell.
All right, so
Thank you, Iggly.
yeah,
Thank
you
you,
guys
Iggly.
had a.
May your toes fall off in the street.
May your enemies get
Yeah, that's a good one.
I
Yeah.
hope you boil in the shower.
May your enemies eat a very terrible dinner.
That,
I'll actually
okay.
say perception. Yeah.
What's up?
Nothing. I'm just rolling.
never
What are
mind.
you doing,
Nothing.
Civ?
So just likes to roll for
13.
fun sometimes.
Okay, as you walk, you guys have had this lovely experience. Siv, you're sort of the first one to walk out the door. Jingle, jingle as you walk out the door. And in this
We see a fire in the door.
massive fire. Damn it! No. As you walk out, you spy a hooded figure with a mask that seems to be watching this spot across the street.
Do they spot me when I spot them?
Yes. And as you make eye contact, it turns and runs.
I'm gonna bolt after it.
Okay.
I know I can chase it down.
Has
So
anyone seen Civ?
So, you guys all are like laughing, looking at Uggo's coming out with his new mall, and you hear Civ open the door, and it just takes off down the street. And the rest of you are kind of smiling and laughing and having this exchange. And as you look up, you see the tail of Civ, its backseat running off. So we're gonna do a chase.
Oh.
here's what's going to happen. Here's how this is going to work. You guys certainly have the option to do whatever you like. We're in a chase.
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't know if you guys are going to participate in that.
I'm gonna, as soon as I'm aware that he's just bolted, I will follow him.
I'll try. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I'm,
Good one.
So here's how this is
try.
going to work. We're going to start running through the city. And it's going to be a series of checks, a series of skill checks. You can't do the same skill check twice in a row, and you can't do the same skill check the person before you just did. Okay? So Civ will have the first initiative, and everybody else roll initiative after that. A force of good for Uggo.
Oh my gosh.
Nice.
Yay.
This says next combat. I don't think it's combat.
No, we're not in combat.
cool,
We're in a chase.
cool, cool,
Hang on to that.
Cool.
Check out what this one does.
Chase.
Who is this from?
Chase.
That's a good question. It is from Mr. Listos. Thank you, Mr. Listos.
Mr. Listos.
Mr. Ready.
Is it something that happens immediately?
I believe so.
Listos? Listos? What language?
Listos? Are you ready?
Actually, yes, it does.
Cool.
Charge
What's cool with it?
into or out the fray.
Oh, what's cool?
Viewer submitted. Speed is doubled for 1d4 rounds, and the first attack on one enemy has advantage.
Nice.
Oh.
Disadvantage on enemy if
Yes.
it needs to be a saving throw.
Okay.
How many rounds?
I'm
Roll
gonna
it.
roll that now.
We probably don't even see what Civ is chasing after.
No, you
though.
just see it is. You spotted this far down the street.
Right.
You could tell that you were the one that you were being watched.
Right.
And you just bolted, and
Sure.
you are going at full speed. Let's see what happens with Uggo.
Ooh, full 4 rounds of double speed.
Sweet.
And if I can see who he's chasing, I also am aggressive. So that's double
Right.
speed plus aggressive. I'm moving pretty fast.
Okay, so this is actually gonna work like a series of skill checks, right? So like I said, you can't do the same skill check twice. You can explain to me how you're gonna use other kinds of skills, and we'll figure out how that's gonna help you in this chase.
Cool.
And the person you're pursuing is also going to be doing skill checks.
Cool.
If you achieve a number of successes before they do, you'll catch up. If you don't, you won't, and we're off to the races. So what happens is you come out of this door, you see this figure in a cloak, and it turns and bolts, and it's way far down the street. So I'm assuming the first thing you want to do is...
First thing I would do is probably, are these buildings close together or are they far apart?
I would say the normal street width.
Right.
You know?
So,
We're there.
well, by
All the candles are lit.
Uh-oh.
Let's do that before you tell
Sure,
me what you're going to do.
sure.
So this is a community force of good. It is a 3.
So Morgan.
Yeah.
I already got a random bad, so this time I get a random good. I am rolling in it tonight. Scroll of I know you are, but what am I? Touch a target. The next attack against you affects that target instead of you. Nice. And this is
that
from
is a
everybody,
good
right?
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Thank you.
All right, so what are you going to do?
So if the buildings are close enough together, I would scale a building and then leap from building to building so that I can see down
Okay.
into the street. If they're too far apart for that,
No, I think you would be able to do that
Okay.
with your cat-like ability. So,
Right.
so roll an acrobatics,
Okay.
and then your next turn you won't be able to do acrobatics
Got
again.
it.
You have to do something else.
Sure.
Uggo, you are also in pursuit. I'm assuming on ground level.
Yep.
Let's see what our.
We rolled initiative. Do you want that?
Yeah. Actually, let's find out who goes when. So Civ's going first.
Oh, yeah.
And then what is
11.
11?
15.
All right. 15. Uggo.
8.
Yep.
Also 8.
And what is your dexterity
Our
modifier?
dex is higher than his.
Yep.
Yeah, plus 5.
Wow.
Okay.
Dang, girl.
Oh, good God.
She's a spry nose.
So you see this thing move at an incredible pace. Like it is, you're fast. It's
Right.
also fast.
Okay.
And it is off to the races.
Okay.
And you bound after it. You leap up, claw into the side of a building, and get on top. It's down the street a ways from but you're running, and you do a roll.
yep, 25.
Oh yeah. So you flip and you're leaping over, from building to building in hot pursuit.
Rooftop chase.
Uggo, go.
Yeah. So
Oh no, I'm sorry, not Uggo's. Yeah, I'm sorry. We're going in order here. James, go.
Yeah, I guess if I see Civ, I'm just kind of I'll stay ground level, but I'll start dashing in the direction of where Civ is going.
Okay, so you would walk out, you see Civ bolt, and then you're the first to sort of react to that, and you're going to bolt as well? You don't know what he has seen, or you just saw Civ take off, and you're going to run in the same direction he ran?
I guess I'm going to start running in the same direction if I'm within 30 feet. I'm like, Civ, what's going on? What'd you see?
Do I hear that?
Civ has bounded and clawed his way up to the top.
He's probably past 30 feet away from me.
I mean, he moves very fast.
Yeah. Okay. So then I'm out of range.
So basically, you see Civ run, climb up a building, and leap. You leap across from one building to another on the roof.
All right, I'm going to take off. I'm going to turn and point to everybody and just go like, Civ must have seen something. Let's go.
So what skill check would you like to use?
I don't know. Dex.
So basically, what you can do is you can attempt to. I mean, if you're not sure you're participating in this chase, you don't have to do a skill check.
I'm going after it.
Okay, so you
the
can.
Same speed.
So
Run over the same speed.
You do not.
Yeah.
What I'm trying to accomplish here is a series of interactions with the environment.
Yeah. Okay.
So you are
intelligence then.
Right. So
so I'm basically going to try and gauge where is Civ going? What did he see? And what direction does he seem to be heading?
Perfect. So let's roll that.
Okay.
I think you have advantage as well. You have it from Slugs.
Thanks, Slugs.
Just to let you know, my full speed per round right now is 150.
Right.
11.
That's awesome.
Yeah, just letting you know.
So you're going to be moving real fast. But also, the way this is going to work is you're going to be able to do an athletics check once if the person before you didn't.
Yeah, I got you.
Know what I mean?
Yeah,
and
I got that. Yeah.
That's a 13.
Okay, so you run out, you scan the roads, you see the streets and the way that the building is, the trajectory of the leap that Civ attempted from building to building.
Yeah.
And it seems clear to you that he's in pursuit of something.
Yeah.
You have been able to sort of analyze that situation and you communicate it to your friends and you're like, Civ's chasing something. He's not just moving at a random pace, which helps the team.
I don't know if that's a wisdom or an intelligence. Actually, it could be either, but either way, my bonus is the same. So
okay, well we can do an intelligence.
Yeah.
So I mean, we're doing stuff like investigation, we're doing stuff like insight, we're doing stuff like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, so next up is, we said James. Next up is Fahima.
I would like to.
Lily, you're after that, and then Uggo.
Also dash in the direction of James and Civ, but I want to do a perception check to see if anyone else is participating in this chase.
Great.
Like he's got any cronies.
Okay, so you have advantage from Locomotive 1134.
Thanks, Locomotive.
Sweet. Choo choo.
20 not natural.
29? Oh, 20 natural.
Not natural.
Oh, not natural. Okay, so you run out, you scan behind you, and you scan in front of you, and you do not see any other masked figures. You do not see any danger that is perceived, but you're confident that something is happening down the road ahead of you.
Yeah, so I'll run in that direction.
Okay. So that's Lily.
All right, I'm gonna do an acrobatics check to jump into that saddle.
All right. Love it. You have advantage from White Tiger Angel.
Whoa, White Tiger, you are an angel. Okay, I will take advantage. Okay, first.
Okay.
13.
Okay, so you managed to do a pretty elegant leap up into the saddle, and you land on Uggo's back just as he's about to take off.
I love this concept. She jumps in and is just like,
yeah. Ride the wild.
Off to the races.
Off to the races, yeah.
Is there a seatbelt?
There should be. You need to add that as a.
I imagine it's like those baby swings where you like stick your legs through two holes and you're like in a diaper where you like
baby
sit like this.
So, to be clear, what I'm trying to make happen here is not a combat.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So what is happening is we're going in initiative order just for clarity's sake, but we are attempting to make a series of skill checks.
Right.
To find out if we're going to be able to catch up to this figure.
Right.
Cool. Got it?
Yep.
Got it.
Cool. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm gonna leap and bound with athletics over. I mean, I don't really know how the streets are laid out, but if there's like boxes or things where I can kind of bound over and out of the way of people or move, Athletics.
Yeah, athletics
Using my-
would be a thing about moving quickly and moving, efficiently.
Yeah.
You are running between, like I said, this is sort of an industrial area, so there's not a lot on the streets right now, and you're able to sort of truck it at full speed as fast as you can. So roll your
Athletics.
check.
7.
7.
Yes.
So as much as you feel this impulse to go fast, Lily maybe jumping on your back kind of gives you a
Throws off.
throws you off a little bit, and you don't get going as fast as maybe you should have. So that's a fail, right? We're going successes and fails on these checks. That is the bottom of the round. Oh no, yeah, that is the bottom of the round.
Yes.
So now we're back up to Civ.
Me?
So Civ, you have eyesight on
Right.
the person you're pursuing.
Right. So something that I've never used before, but it is part of my background, is street urchin. And street urchin allows you to move from one point of the city to another point of the city in half the amount of time.
Nice.
So I kind of just have almost like a sixth sense of how cities are laid out. Can I tell what direction he's heading and try to, essentially using that, cut him off? So if he's going to have to be sticking to the street, I don't have to stick to the street.
Absolutely.
So I'd love to go building by building in the direction
you
that
can
he's headed.
Yes, if you do your roll, and we'll see how successful you are at that. But it is
Is that-
absolutely the spirit of what I'm trying to accomplish here
Okay.
is that you're using a skill that you have to go, okay, instead of making a direct pursuit here, I'm going to try to cut him off at the pass.
Correct. So that's my background. So what skill would you like me to roll for that?
Let's roll either like a history check or
Okay.
Perception, I mean, maybe.
I don't know about
It's
perception.
like intuition, right?
Yeah, like
insight
maybe even
almost?
insight. Yeah.
Okay. I think I'd rather have history.
So you can use history to sort of give you a sense of the way cities are laid out and what best route might help you on the rooftops.
Only a 9.
A 9.
Yeah.
Okay, so that would be a fail.
Okay.
So you on the top of the rooftops, you notice that the pursuer is going in one direction, and you kind of start off as where you think it's going, and it actually makes a left turn and goes in a direction you did not anticipate.
Right.
In fact, you see it sort of leap up, and it has this staff that you saw the other thieves use during the attack on the library, and it sort of uses that to pole vault, and it disappears inside the window of one of the buildings, sort of smashing it as it goes in.
Wow.
So next up would be
Me, I think.
yes, James.
It's similar because I'm from this city. Am I able to kind of figure out, because there's no way I'm going to be able to stay up with them. I don't have anywhere near that speed. So is there any way, like, trying to think of if I take this side route or something, like think of something, a faster way, mental ways, if you will.
Mental ways, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, give me a skill that you'd like to use. Again, you can't use the skill of the person that went just before you, and you can't use the skill that you have used on your last turn. So you have to figure out.
I used intelligence last time, so let's. Yikes. Let's use, I guess, just perception this time.
So this is the kind of thing where you could like shout a better route and maybe try to assist Civ.
Yeah, I could try to assist
like they went
Civ
that way.
Yes, and calling out kind of basically what I know about in the direction that he's heading. That's a good one, actually. That probably just a straight charisma check. Or persuasion. I mean, yeah.
Well, you can do perception and just try to.
Okay.
Yeah, I like the charisma idea. Like you're to get him to hear you.
Yeah.
I think that's wonderful.
Okay,
that's
cool.
great.
All right.
And you have advantage.
Yes.
From Z-Man 9018.
Thank you, Z-Man.
Z-Man.
That's a 14. Okay, that is an 18 actually.
All right. So yeah, you are scanning the direction that person went off, and you actually managed to spy that they jumped through and pole vaulted into this window and disappeared. And you call out, and the force of your character, the force of the strength of your voice gets Civ's attention. You went the wrong way in the window.
Yeah.
We are up to Fahima.
So we all know where he went now because James is shouting it.
You have a successful
communication to
communication, exactly. Yeah. So you are all working in concert to try to successfully track down and chase down this fleeing person.
Okay. Well, but I'm not anywhere physically near Civ
That's
or
right.
this guy.
That's
so,
right.
because I was thinking maybe stealth, but I mean, if I'm not anywhere near.
So you can use this athletics yourself to try to get closer. You can attempt to assist in any other way that you can imagine.
Yeah, I'll do athletics to try to run.
Great, you have
fast and
advantage
catch up.
from Amoshan.
Ready?
Do or lady, whichever.
That's who made the drunk.
Feisty Gale Hammersmith.
happen.
That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah, Amoshan.
Oh, that's an awesome.
That's an
Awesome! So you start moving with a speed that Fahima is not known for, but you feel possessed and you start running and scampering around the corners, trying to get closer to where everybody seems to be heading. You pick up a lot of distance actually, and you get closer to where. James had just pointed at the window, and you're getting closer. Civ is above you on the rooftops. Uggo and Lily are sort of stalled back at the entrance of the store that you guys just came out of. But you guys feel like you're getting closer and closer to your target. Next up is
Lily.
Lily. That's correct.
Okay, so I am going to try and inspire Uggo because something happened. So I'm going to use performance to get him like pumped up.
More pumped up.
Yeah, more pumped up. But like you got this. Don't get because he can get angry when he gets like.
You have
doesn't go
advantage
his way.
from Demon 47.
Demon 47, you sweetheart. Okay, so I'll do performance check for that. Ooh, I'll take advantage. Great, Demon 47. Now it's a dirty 20.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm like, Uggo, we got this. Just make your enemies die at your feet, you know? And then as a bonus action, I'll give him Bardic Inspiration, D6.
Thank you.
Sweet.
Awesome.
Nicely done.
Uggo.
Yeah, as soon as she inspires him with her beautiful performance, especially about making sure that enemies die at your feet, I'm going to use intimidation to make people get out of my way as I run down the street.
Love it.
Move out the way!
Yeah.
So as you barrel, go ahead, roll.
You don't have to use it. Check how you roll first.
That's right. I can
Yeah,
wait
you
till
can
after
wait,
the roll.
yeah.
That's right. Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Okay. Yeah, that's a 19.
Yeah, you start shouting, and the few people that are in the street start moving. People are actually pushing carts out of the way to get out of your way. This massive orc with a tiny gnome in a saddle on its back is lumbering down the road. You're running. You see,
We're gonna be on the news.
you see things happening in the window above you. You see the smashed window, and you hear things happening. But you're kind of keeping an eye on it.
I'm
Lily,
apologizing as well. Sorry, thank you, excuse us. Sorry.
Lily riding on the back and being like, "You're doing great, Uggo."
And as I run, Uggo says to Lily,
Lily, get the grapple out of the backpack!
The what?
Grapple! Ling hook!
We have Snapples? Go ahead, Sarah.
So, what I'd like to do
James,
is
you're next.
use deception. And I know now, because he cut off to the left and he said, hey, you're going the wrong way, I'll say, it's all right. We'll cut him off at the end. There's someone waiting for us. And then I'm going to take rock or arrow or dagger or whatever and try to whip it up past him so that it hits the wall, the window, whatever, so that it sounds like there's something in front of him.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
It does.
Okay.
You tricky.
Tricky.
Ooh, 23.
Nice.
Yeah, so that works marvelously. You hit the spot exactly that you were trying to hit, and you feel a sense that this message has been received. You're yelling and shouting, yeah, we have people at the bottom, and there's a sound exactly where you're pointing.
Good.
It feels effective.
And I'll continue to jump from building to building.
Right,
towards-
you're going very, very fast. Next up, James.
The building that we saw this thing go into, do I recognize it at all? Or
No, it is one of these larger buildings. There's probably residences up there.
Okay. I guess maybe a survival check or something, like to kind of scan of like what might be the best way out of this building? Like, is there like go out on the floor?
Wonderful.
Okay, yeah.
You have advantage as well from Tatted Viking Link.
Nice.
Whoa.
All right, Viking. Here we go. Oh, that's an awesome.
Yeah.
Oh! All right, so you're looking at this building. You're also on the ground level.
Yeah.
You're seeing Uggo barreling down with Lily on his back coming up behind you. You hear Civ say, "We've got reinforcements," and you're scanning and you realize, oh my God, they're going to come out that back window. I know it for sure. And it seems you communicate that to the team. The back window, the back window. So next up is Fahima.
I will continue. I'll help this ruse of there being someone there to try and stop this thing from leaving by using, I guess, performance or intimidation. I'll yell something like, "Oh, I'll have to close my eyes for this one. I don't like what happened to the last guy we caught."
Oh, nice.
Love it. Roll it. You have advantage as well from King Zergrat.
Zergrat.
Nice, thank you. I'll do
Zergrat.
performance. 'Cause it's a little more selly. 18.
Okay, so you managed to lower your register and sound menacing, and you say, no, don't like what happened to the last one, and you're shouting this at the window. You feel confident that it is having some sort of effect. We are to Lily.
Can we see where the person is at this point?
No, it has entered a window, but you really feel confident based on James's reading of the structure of this building that it's probably going to come out that back window.
Okay, so I am going to. And is there the back window? Is there like a ledge, or how would it come out of it?
Well, you can't see it from where you are, but so you're on the city street. It went in a side window, and it's going to come out back behind you. So you're not really sure what the layout is of that, but you're confident that that's how it's going to leave the second story of this building.
Okay, so I'm going to use. Is there anything under the window?
There seems to be like canopies along the way, like, the storefronts have canopies coming out of them.
It's like very Aladdin to me.
I know,
Gotta keep
I know.
one step ahead of the bad guy.
Just bounce off the canopy.
Street rat.
And Uggo's charging.
Yes.
I'm just trying to see
You
what
guys
I
are
can
sort of
do
behind
with-
the rest of the team, though.
Really? 150 feet around?
Well, you failed
First
your.
round. First round I failed. Second round I didn't.
Oh yeah. You were yelling and screaming and running. Yeah, you're doing good. Yeah, you caught up.
It was pretty fast.
Okay, I'm just gonna like try and lay low because I'm feeling a little embarrassed by what's happening. So I'm gonna do a stealth check and just like make myself small and try and like hide.
Okay. You have advantage from Nishasha.
Nishasha.
Okay, great.
Embarrassed by everyone
So
looking at you.
that is 24.
Oh, all right. So you're trying to get yourself low and compact. No one can
Low
see
drag,
you.
low drag,
Yeah,
low
and you got no interference.
Yeah.
You're doing very, very well. You hear crashing and banging, and another window on the other side smashes. Civ, what do you want to do?
The figure still hasn't come out of the building yet.
I get to go.
Oh, I'm
wait,
sorry.
sorry,
Uggo went
yeah.
after. Pardon me.
So they
go.
said
You
back
can literally go as
window.
one.
I'm gonna try to use athletics and barrel through over there, and if
Okay.
it jumps out of the window, try to catch it or punch it or however. I don't
Sure.
know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Roll.
this first. Okay. I'm gonna use the D6 just to make sure. Okay, not much better. 16.
Okay, so you charge around the side of the building, and you come out to where you think it's going to go based on what James said, Civ. But you hear crashing and smashing. You're not really sure.
I'm going to try to play head games with him, and I'm going to say, and I'll take out a bag of gems and jingle it while I'm saying this, while I'm running. I'll say, whatever they're paying you will quadruple it.
I love it.
So even if he hesitates for 3 seconds to think about it with the gems that I had, junk gems, but he doesn't know that.
Right.
And then I'll jingle the bag and continue running.
Right.
New 7.
Ooh.
Yeah, didn't seem to work. You're running, shaking gems down the street as you're on the rooftops, right? So you're sort of above the building, shaking it. It's pretty clear that whatever's inside the building isn't hearing you.
Right.
All right. So we are to
Me.
James. Nothing has come out of the building, which is super
I was going to
weird.
say, is that my move? Okay, so am I looking at that back window now?
Yeah.
How high up is it? How many floors are we talking?
It's the second floor.
It's the second floor. I want to use my action, and this is probably a dex check, to cast Mage Hand and put Digit. I want to trip him up if I see him. So if he's going to jump, if he's going to... Like Digit isn't very strong, but literally if it's just like sticking a foot out, and like tripping them.
Yeah, love it.
So that's what I wanted to.
So it's going to be up on that window that you think it's going to come
right
out?
at the bottom of that window.
Got
to
it,
try
love
and,
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean a dex check probably or
okay.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
And you have advantage from Lieutenant Butt Juice.
Thank you. Lieutenant Butt Juice. That's a dirty 20. And yeah, that's a dirty 20.
All right, so Mage Hand comes out.
For this
chase. It comes out. It splays its fingers. It comes out of your body and crawls up the side of the wall and splays its fingers out on that second-story window where you're sure it's going to come out.
Yeah.
You guys are doing very, very well. Next up is Fahima.
So we're doing magic now.
Set the building on fire.
If it's in a back window and a back alley, I'm being careful. But yeah.
You are doing magic in the Magic Town. This is true, and in a big bombastic chase.
Yep.
So that was a choice.
Yes, it was.
Fahima saw that choice.
And you've just been waiting. James did it first.
Am I close enough to? How close am I to the building?
I mean, you're on the street next to it.
I want to create a smell on the inside.
Okay, you got a force of good.
Oh!
Well,
who's this one from?
It is from Amoshan.
Thanks, Amoshan!
Yeah.
Oh,
Wow,
I wonder.
that's perfect.
But it's
Right.
so it's Milo's leash. This is perfect for me. Ensnare a monster for 1 round. They cannot make any movements or actions.
That could come in real handy.
Can be destroyed by a DC 15 athletics check.
Right.
But
you have to see the monster.
Yeah, you have to see
So
the guy.
yeah, I'll save
But if he
this.
comes out of the building, you could use it.
Yeah.
Well, monster isn't necessarily a humanoid, but
Yeah, it is. I mean,
Okay.
it's
That
a
works?
creature,
Okay, cool.
monster.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Enemy
cool,
type.
Cool.
yeah.
So yeah, I'll go up to. I want to put a smell on the inside of the building. So
Okay.
Can I?
Sure.
Okay.
What kind of smell?
With prestidigitation, the smell of something like rancid or maybe like burning. A very pungent smell of burning flesh.
Oh, I like it. Roll.
Gross.
Okay.
You just remember what that burning ogre smells like.
What should this roll be? I mean, prestidigitation, you just cast it.
Yeah.
So
I still think you should roll a.
maybe your Arcana or something and make it more powerful?
That would be great.
Okay. Oh, damn it.
Terrible though.
11.
All right. So you managed to create the smell of burning flesh inside this building, and you're confident that it happened inside the building.
You hear tenants be like, "Oh, I told you we shouldn't have moved here."
Yeah. Who's up?
Me.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to ready message the cantrip.
Okay.
If he comes out, and I'll roll persuasion for this and be like, "We're friends. You stop and come have a beer with us.
Right.
Like, we will not hurt you."
Right.
Okay, so this will go directly to him as soon as he pops out. So I'm going to ready that action.
Okay.
He or she.
He or she.
Or she. Or they.
Or they.
You have advantage from Melodies of Old.
Melodies of old. It's a 27.
Oh my goodness. All right, so you said you were trying to
Like persuasion. So
Yeah.
like I'm using this like
say we're friends.
We're friends,
and,
like,
yeah.
I promise,
You guys
like-
are shouting at this window.
Yeah.
You're chasing. You've got it surrounded, and you're certain that the only exit, based on James's insight into the structure of this building, you're certain that the only exit is this window.
Mm-hmm.
And you're all standing there, and nothing is coming out. The smell is even wafting down to your noses at this point. Uggo, you're waiting, ready underneath. Civ, you are on the top of the building.
Can I scan around to see if there's, like, did we already miss him? Is somebody else?
You think you've got this person cornered. In fact, you could probably leap into that window from where you are and be in that room.
Okay. Is it my turn?
It's my turn.
It's Uggo's turn.
Yeah. She just used. What I was going to do is have Uggo climb to the second story.
Sure.
The problem is I used athletics last round. So can I just do a general strength check?
No, I think you would have to figure out something else to do.
Okay.
Acrobatics.
I mean, you can try to leap to the second. I mean, leap is just athletics
You can
too.
use the
I think
awning.
that's-
It's like it's like
that's
a trampoline.
The idea of this is that
I got you.
Yeah, it's happening very fast.
So cool. Just
Can
like
you use your
just like a
grappling hook
real
and
life
climb?
chase.
Just like all those real life chases that we've done.
Yeah, yeah.
Just gonna use the force of my body to climb the thing. No. Yeah, let's just do an acrobatics. Why not? You know, I'm not
Jump
bad
and,
at
jump and
that,
grab.
You know, yeah,
Like a jump and grab.
Jumping the old jump and grab.
The old flippy into the second story window from the first
Flippity
one.
do.
The old flippity doo. No, that'd be a 5.
So you leap up and you actually get a couple of fingers on an awning, and you're so heavy that it pulls down and you fall back and land on the ground. All right. So with that landing, with that thump, everybody is placed all around. Actually, you're in the backpack.
Yeah,
That
out of
hurt.
the
That did not feel good for you.
saddle.
In fact, you're gonna take roll a d6.
Okay.
You're gonna take some damage on land if Uggo landed on
One.
you. One. Yeah, you take a point of damage. So he lands on top. You're like, so you've got this place surrounded. You're certain this person, is inside. Uggo, you've landed on your back, but you're under the spot. Fahima, you're on the side. You've sort of created a sense of danger and deception. There's a smell wafting from the inside of burning flesh. You have this place absolutely surrounded.
And there's Digit waiting to trip anyone.
Digit is in position right above where Uggo fell, ready to trip anything that comes out of there. And Civ, you could probably enter that room.
Yeah, totally. If it's my turn, I'm going to jump in there for sure. Especially if I see him try to get in and fall. Yeah. Acrobatics?
You have advantage.
He just did acrobatics though.
No, he did deception.
My
last
very
time.
first round was acrobatics.
I'll go.
From Willer.
Oh, right. It was
Oh,
acrobatics.
but he just did
last
acrobatics. So then I can't because it
You
was.
do athletics. And leap.
I'm not.
Actually,
as good as that.
You're the cat person.
Can I just climb into it?
Yeah.
Can I
You have
get?
enough movement that you can just walk in and go up the stairs, eh?
I mean, you could climb down from. You want to do like an intimidation as you walk through, and like shout like I'm a what or something like that.
I'm a cat person. I'll tell you what.
Or stealth
I'll
in
take
there.
out. I'll take out a dagger, not my rapier, but I'll take out a dagger, and toss it so it makes a sound, and then I'll just walk or run into the building saying, "I'm unarmed."
Okay.
So that'll be my. I guess you could say
Deception?
because I'm
Absolutely.
definitely armed.
Yeah.
In fact, I take out 3 daggers, clang, clang, clang.
Never mind the rapier around my back.
3 in the boot, 1 in the backpack.
Yeah, you know what? I'll take all my weapons. I don't care. The rapier, 3 daggers, all of it. I'll take off my weapons belt essentially and toss it.
Do we see you doing? Probably.
Yeah.
19.
Okay. So you throw your weapons and you say, I'm unarmed, and you climb through the window and you smell this rancid stench of burning flesh that you know is not real, but it still affects you. Your eyes are even watering a little bit. And you walk in, and this room is been the glass on the ground from where the person broke in. And as you sort of walk in, you look up, and you need to join me over here.
What?
Secrets.
We shouldn't have let him walk in there alone.
Do I need dice?
You might.
Okay.
Bring your D20.
Intense.
Oh man.
I hope it's not Lord Erebon sitting inside the room.
And in that.
Stand there.
Okay.
You walk in, and there's a figure there in black robes and a black mask.
Yeah.
And she pulls the hood down. White horns, purple hair. Pulls the mask down. Pulls the mask down.
Yeah.
And she says, Sivrak, you are in over your head here. You are part of something bigger than you. You need to leave. You need to tell your friends to leave. There is danger here. There is danger for all of you.
What do you mean? I have been with these people for quite some time, and as far as I know, we are fated to be here. You are the one that is entering our destiny. You are in danger. The green one will crush you.
I know this. You do not understand what you are dealing with. Forces beyond either of us. This is big. This is something you need to run from. Please, do the right thing. I need to get out of here.
If I get you out of here, what do I get? They are not going to accept this. They don't know my history like you do. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
I won't be able to lie to them.
I will cut you. You can say I overpowered you in attack. I will go out the way you came. They are waiting for me underneath the window. Please.
Only if you promise me that we will meet again.
Oh, we will. And she cuts your face. Darts away.
Do I notice anything odd about her? Like, are her pupils dilated, or does she look completely different than
She looks
when we were kids?
older and wiser and more grizzled. But she doesn't look like she's under the influence of anything. You okay?
Yeah. I'm going to grab her arm as she's running by and look at her and say, it is going to have to be better than that. And I'm going to lift up my arm.
She takes her dagger and she gets real close to you. And she does it slow.
And I'm going to grab her arm and push it in.
Blood pours from your wound. And you go down on one knee, and she looks down on you and she says, "Good boy, Sivrak. Get out of here." She runs past you.
Okay.
All right. So,
That was awkward.
Yeah.
not for us.
What to do?
So,
We had a wine party. We got
I mean, yeah, seriously.
you guys are all waiting at the bottom on the street level. Uggo, you clambering up, trying to get out from on top of Lily, who lies underneath you. And you're waiting. There's movement in the window. You see Siv's face lean out.
I'm just going to, like, flop out at that point.
Yeah. There's blood on his side, blood on his face. There's a gash on his face, the fur on his feline face is matted, and you see him. He kind of falls over onto Digit, the mage hand, and on halfway in and halfway out of the window, and blood drips off his face down from the second floor, splatters on the first floor, right next to where Uggo and Lily are. And you look up and see him.
I'm just gonna scream out, like a blood-curdling, they're getting away!
Uggo, get up off of me, get off of me!
As soon as that happens, I'm gonna climb.
And I'm gonna, I'll run in the ground floor. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You guys run in. This is an empty building. You kind of run through. It looks like there's business done here. In some time, you bash the door, slam it open. There's no one in here, but it looks like this is a place of business at some time. As I said, it's the garment district, so there's dresses hanging, there's fabric, and you kind of push through all of it. You run.
I'm looking any sign
able
of
to
anybody.
find a stairway, run up to the second floor. The second floor, there's smashed window. You run up. There's an immediate odor that hits your nose of burnt flesh.
Fahima, could you?
Oh,
God.
sorry.
And it clears up, and you see Civ hanging in and out of the window on the far end of the room. There is blood, a blood trail leading there. His side is clearly losing a lot of blood.
Oh.
I'll run up to him and give him a healing potion.
Okay. So you lean over him, and you see his face is gashed, and as he turns, you pour the healing potion in his mouth.
I'm just gonna hold my hand away. I have one. I'm all right. Just
which way?
Two of them that way.
Okay,
No,
Uggo, let me
point.
out of the saddle.
Bro, you can get out of the saddle.
Okay, sorry, just
point.
You get out if you
You're
want.
right, I'm not used to it.
The other door.
Okay.
The one that.
All right.
Yeah. So you guys
book it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Run down.
As soon as he says I'm okay, go on.
You guys go down to street level. You're out looking. You're looking. You can roll perception, but you're not going to see anything. There's no visible threat. And again, that street, there's people that were pushed out of the way by Uggo and apologized to by Lily. They're kind of like peeping around corners, looking to see what all the commotion was. There was sounds of shattering glass. There was shouting. There was a lot of commotion. A couple of them note that maybe some magic was used here. They're kind of backing away, scared. A few of them are looking in fear, huddled. Not a ton of people, but 3 or 4 there that are drawn to the commotion and the sounds of.
But there's clearly no chase or threat or.
Correct.
Okay.
We should probably leave now.
Let's get Civ.
Civ. Yeah, let's get Civ. I'll help him up.
I'm
Civ,
gonna
what did you
drink
see?
my last healing potion.
Wait, no, Civ, I can help you. Let me heal you. So I'll cast.
Can't use magic.
We're inside of a building. No one can see it.
Okay.
I understand, Uggo, and I appreciate that.
No,
but
yeah, just
Cure wounds.
people
Cure
looking.
wounds, yeah. So I'll cast it as a level 2 spell. So it's 2 D8.
Okay.
The wounds on your side start to heal. The gash in your face seems to linger.
There was only one of them. What happened?
There was more than one. There was one inside and another one hiding.
Is it a trap?
I don't know.
You need to be careful about going into places like that alone.
Nod.
Well, what exactly happened?
And I think this is as we're like
healing.
Yeah.
we're shuffling him out of the room and like getting him down the stairs, and I'll let him lean on me as much.
Wait. Do we want to move? Are you okay to move?
Yes. I've been stabbed many times.
Right now,
we need to go.
or your whole life?
Both.
You hear sort of down the street a little bit. Yes, right over there.
We need to go.
Right over there. I don't know what's going on, but you have to investigate. Right away, ma'am. Right away.
I'm just gonna start hobbling north.
When he's hobbling, you're not in the backpack, right? You're not.
No, yeah, I hopped out.
Uggo's gonna try to pick him up.
No,
Okay,
no,
obviously.
no.
We have to go fast.
I
You
know.
cannot go
I'll
fast.
be fine. I promise.
Right, okay. Go
And I'll
fast.
just hold whatever wound is still there. I mean, she probably healed the majority of it. But then I'm just heading north.
Yeah.
Can I do an Arcana check or something to see if he's suffering from any kind of like charm or condition?
Sure.
Pretty good.
Yeah. 23.
You look him over with an eye that is magically attuned. You are accustomed to kind of picking up on those signs, and you really don't see. You see physical wounds. You see damage to him. He's been healed quite a bit by Lily, but he certainly has this slice on his face that still doesn't seem to want to heal, and there's nothing about it that seems to you to be magical.
Did you see anything about where they might be going?
I think I know where they're at.
You think, I mean, should we go to the shanty town now? It's. You don't seem to be in the best shape, and I mean, I could use some time myself.
Maybe we should go to an inn or a
We need
pub
lay
to
low.
take a rest.
Yeah, we need to lay low.
If that's what you want,
What do you want?
I would like to go.
Where?
To the shanty.
Yes.
All right. Well, maybe we should go to the shanty. I'm sure they have a.
We
should-
will have to disguise ourselves
We should take a rest.
We should take time.
now that they know what we look like.
Yeah, we should.
Well, we should move out of this corridor
Yeah,
because
we should
they're
get
going
out
to
of
find
here.
us.
Yes.
So.
All right, so you guys are moving down, and you kind of duck into an alleyway.
Yeah.
That's a little less the main street, but you're still heading north, moving through the city, kind of keeping to the side streets and alleyways. You hear the sounds of guards assembling around that building and talking to some of the crowdspeople that had sort of gathered and come out of buildings and trying to see what the commotion was all about. But you move away from that. You seem to have been undetected, and you make your way through the city, ever north, out toward where the city gates are leading out of the city. There are guards stationed at each of those, and you see a road leading out beyond the city. And as you approach it, that's where we'll end tonight. Leading out of the city, carrying Civ.
Yeah, I mean, is the shantytown right there?
There's a little ways, but it's not like butted up against the entrance of Terlis.
Yeah.
But it is basically along the road out of town.
Because we'd want to find a place to rest and disguise ourselves, as Civ says, before we hit the shantytown, probably. So I mean, I don't know if that would happen now.
Well, we'll see how that plays next week.
Okay.
Because as you are about to leave the city, you notice the gates with the sign that says moratorium on magic, and you're about to leave through those gates out into north of the city. That's where we'll end tonight. We'll be back next week, Wednesday, 6 p.m. Pacific time, to find out what all this means for our team, what lies beyond the city gates to the north, and what we may find there. I hope you join us next week. We'll see you then. Hey, until then, I just came up with a new ending for the show, guys. I'm testing it out. See if you like it too. Until then, humankind, be both.
That's so good.
I love it.
Thanks.
Oh, it's so sweet.
Hi, everybody. Thank you for coming.
Let's be honest. I taught Jeff everything he knows. The man is amazing. To all of you who played along and interacted with us throughout the evening, our humble thanks. And thank you to everyone that shared our adventure. And my respect and thanks to Crabtree2113, Ghosty Trickster, and Zonust, whose viewer-submitted Force of Good and Force of Evil cards were used on tonight's show. Please join us next week and every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Pacific, right here on Caffeine.tv as the Dungeon Run continues. And make sure to follow the Dungeon Run to get live notifications. Until next week, may the dice roll in your favor.